I got deodorant that you could just hit up whatever. Let me finish this topic
You
off by
want to put
saying
deodorant over must, boy. You be walking around smelling like
you
pine
can hit
cones.
the
You smell
Dawn
like
if you want. Take the Dawn and switch
You be
it.
walking around smelling like a Christmas tree.
Okay, the fuck
Half
do you look like?
funk.
You look like you work at the place where they sell Christmas trees, boy.
Terrance, what do you look like,
You
boy?
look like you work
built
at a
like a
ranch.
gingerbread. You got on a grandma's knit sweater, but you want to talk about nigga soft era. Look at this soft sweater. This is a soft era shit for you.
This not soft
This
air.
nigga
Niggas
has
been wearing
on a
this sweater
knit-
since before y'all niggas was even alive.
Okay,
90s
boy, that
shit.
joint look paper mache, boy.
You look like a paper mache.
Your beard look paper mache, boy.
You look like your name is mache.
Stiff ass beard, boy. You look like you could set the house on fire with beard.
Yo, it's the MalloryBrosPodcast. Happy Tuesday. We back.
Yes, sir.
We going?
Mm-hmm.
Back.
That's
we
it.
Back.
Episode 199.
Damn, I didn't say it. Hold on, wait. I didn't?
Nope.
Almost felt like we need to redo it. 199. Hey, look. That's a huge episode. That means I got to get balloons and for all of that for 200.
For 200.
Oh, how could I let that slip? I would have got 199. This is getting ready to be a very important episode. I don't know why, but 2 nines in this episode? Bro, we should have started with music or some shit.
Nah, it's fine. We'll do it for 200. 199. It's got 2 nines in it. It's special, but it's still not 200.
Hey, look, the Mallory Bros podcast is back. We're not talking about no Kendrick, Drake
Beef this week.
We got movie suggestions of the week. We got fun topics like Chance and a Choice coming back. We got some course of action. So I feel like y'all will be laced with this one. Terrell's got Tech
straight.
Corner.
It is not a tech corner. It's literally one tech thing that shook up the industry a little
Just
bit.
let
but
it be that then.
That's
Let
fine.
it be. You supposed to tell everybody we got desserts, and when we bring the Jello,
It's just,
it was that.
that's the bullshit.
That's what you gotta do. We can do it.
Y'all, my stomach. First of all, I've done the worst shit ever.
I do this because they gonna think you have a stomach issue.
It's funny because they always know about our stomach issues. I got a pizza last night at midnight. That's just the worst thing ever to do. Went to bed on that. Realized I had a 10-piece nugget earlier in the day. So I literally had McDonald's and pizza last night and wonder why I had a headache this morning. Stomach was fucked up and still fucked up. I literally had to run back to the bathroom before this podcast. I just need to do better, y'all. I need to really just get my shit together. Like with my diet. Like you eating like you 23, 22. Motherfucking bowels be catching up.
This nigga got on you look like the cool manager at the Walmart on his off day. He's still repping the brand.
And what you look like, boy?
That's very funny. I'm sorry. You can say a lot about my fit. You gonna say I look like a cinnamon toast something. But you definitely look like
a real shredded
you look
Wheaties.
like the manager at Six Flags like shit, boy.
Okay, boy, you look like they said dress up as your favorite snack and you came as wheat thins. Fuck out of here, boy.
This
You got
not even-
you got a Tyrese Halliburton fit on. Fuck out of here.
That's funny as shit. Fuck Tyrese.
You
Halliburton,
look
by
like
the way.
Tyrese Halliburton, boy. You look like except you look like his cousin, Atlantic Salmon. I bet you didn't know Halliburton was fish.
It is?
Yes.
Wow. Nigga know his food brands. Meanwhile, this nigga sitting here looking like
Oh, was that halibut?
was you a
Halliburton is a fish, right?
what you call the things in school you wear with the shiny belt? Was we that? You would look like a safety patrol, just 2024 version. Was you a safety patrol when you was young? Terrell was not. I was. And low key, if you weren't a safety patrol at school, maybe this is gonna be some. I don't know if this is this whatever shit. Is this suburb shit?
What?
Being a safety patrol in school.
Halibut is a fish, boy. You built like a halibut. It is a safety patrol.
I don't think that line's hitting like you think.
Halibut. I thought
You look
thought
like
for
you
some
fix
reason-
computers, boy. Fuck out of here. Look at him.
Okay, look. What do you
Who was
look
this
like?
cool ass nigga that showed up to fix the Dell? Fuck out of here, boy.
You look like you got a private browser with 13 tabs, boy. Freaky shit. You like if we open your incognito windows, there's gonna be a bunch of freaky shit you don't.
You know
close
what's funny?
anything.
I literally be on the internet and I be like, why is my Why is my shit not saving? And I've been looking at a fucking private browsing the entire time. All private.
That's because your freak ass was on there looking at other shit. You got them mixed up.
Terrell, no, I would never do that.
Yes, you did.
I would never. This is my thing. Private tabs.
You look like a nigga
2024. You're using a private tab to get a quick jerk off, and then you delete the thing from
Terrance,
memory.
don't act like that's a ridiculous thing. That's a very normal thing for niggas.
I feel like that's normal if you 18 and you know you about to have.
You just sound like the nigga that don't do it no more. So now you're trying to shit on it.
I'm not shitting on it. Like I said, it's 2024. If you got your own shit, what are you putting up a private tab for? So you getting off? That's like you use a private tab.
Because you don't want to be searching for.
You on the family computer. You say, hold on, wait. Fattest ass on. You go to the private tab. Like little short shit. Private tab in my own crib. I'm a grown ass man. With a private tab?
You don't want your search history.
Who's looking at my search
to be muddy? Let's say you with your niece or something, or your nephew, right? And you go to search backyardigans and back shots is in your search bar. You don't want, bro, that's ridiculous.
But I got a bunch of different ways to get on the internet in this joint. I don't need a private tab if I'm gonna do that.
Great for you, but
Terrell, you gotta keep it 100. You're not using private tabs if you're doing that.
If sometimes I have
2024,
if I have a lusty night, Theon went to sleep too early or something like that, I need to get one off, I definitely will use a private tab.
Why not
if need be.
You got another little. That's what you gotta hit on the work computer.
Nah.
Work email and then
private window. Boy, we had a pretty fun weekend, I would say. Mm-hmm. Terrance, and A-Train finally came with us to a real movie theater experience. We went to go see Challengers.
Yep.
They came with us to Cine Bistro, Wagyu beef slider, truffle fry.
We got this chicken bowl.
They got.
Hey, y'all, I really did go to Terrell's.
Yeah, so how about we start with that?
Upscale movie theater. I'm gonna keep it a stack. It's like when they. How do I explain this? You know how you go to a restaurant and the service is like super good? Like, bruh, keep coming over with the water and your water's like this. And you're like, you know what? I appreciate it because when I get thirsty, that's cool, but I don't necessarily need that. I think the serving, everything was cool until bruh said, okay, yeah, so you got, because I told Terrell, don't worry about it. I got us. I had A-Train meal, him and G meal, my meal. I said, fuck it, give me a Sour Patch. Terrell had a Sour Patch.
Coke.
We had Coke, lemonade.
Yes,
he said, all right, bro. He was standing there with the iPad. Okay, so you got... He started saying Wagyu beef sliders. I said, oh, shit, Wagyu sound like $5 just for the name. This nigga said $154. I said, huh? Our tickets was $14 to get up in here.
Yeah, we make our money on the food.
Where's the popcorn pot? Because that's all I really needed. I'm sitting in that joint like I'm at home eating a whole meal while watching a movie. I guess it's dope, though. I ain't gonna lie. I had a little light. You can put the light on your food. I'm not mad at that, but...
And tell them about them seats. Tell them about the seats.
The seats was the best part, for sure. We looking at getting a different couch in here because I got like this... It looks nice, but it ain't the best. This is
got the American
right
Psycho couch.
Yeah. It's too bachelor pad for A-Train. So... Anyway, we looking at couches and them seats in there, we said, yo,
cause look,
like this.
You sitting straight up in it, and you be like, oh, I can recline. That don't take you way
That take you back and down.
Uh-huh.
You got a food tray that sits out in front. Y'all, I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Did you notice how many cup holders you had? You had one on your tray in case you want that. But if you don't really want the person next to you, if they a little chatty or a little spitty, you can put it right here next to you. You got two right here, and you got one at the end of your seat. They literally think about everything.
I can put my pill bottle in this one. Fuck out of here, all them damn cup holders. It was dope, though. I'm not gonna lie. Cine Bistro, dope. I would definitely do that on some first movie day shit. But fellas, don't let your girl get too bourgeois to go to the regular theater. The regular theater experience, to me, there's nothing that beats the old chair that is uncomfortable. But think about it. You low-key shouldn't be sitting in this comfy-ass seat when you go to the movies. Because a big part of the movies for me used to be... We used to sit in this joint, like the bleacher chair. Remember, Terrell?
The stadium seating. Yeah, they still have stadium. The joint that's folded up and you got to, Regal Cinemas joint.
Because let me show y'all how old school we used to be. If the movie was bad, right? you start understanding how shitty of a seat you sitting in. You like, man, I'm just ready to stand up and stretch. Do you remember the movie Stretch after the theater?
Yeah.
That was a thing because, hey, you either sat for a long time and watched something dope, or you had to like,
You were sitting in them seats,
you're
so
like,
you
yo,
just,
fuck this. Fuck this movie.
And you know what people don't remember, bro? People don't remember walking to the end of the joint, like buying a ticket because they had 90 seats and they sold 90 tickets.
Yep. And you walk out and you say,
You walk to the end of the joint and just look in there and say, okay, we gonna go sit right there.
you know how you was with a girl and you try to let her look first?
Uh-huh.
Or you say, damn, I hope it ain't. Because you know you had to say, we want those 2 seats in the middle of everybody.
You fuck around, get to the movies late, or the people in front of you, you see them turn before you and they look concerned. You like, what is it? You turn
No,
and
it's not seats taken already.
you see all the seats gone. I swear,
You
bro.
think you can run to the bathroom and get snacks? Your movie started at 9, you in line at 9:15? You're fucked.
Yeah.
Anyway, the movie theater experience was dope. We enjoyed it. It's a nice luxury experience, but trust me, I'm a little old school. All I need is my raspberry high C, large popcorn. I don't give a fuck if it's stale or not. Popcorn don't need to be. For me, popcorn is like sunflower seeds. I don't care if it's original, ranch, barbecue, nacho cheese.
Oh,
Now, how about that?
you gonna have some sunflower seeds in the movies and be pooping papping the whole
No,
time?
I'm just saying. You know, people be like, they popcorn ain't good. I don't even really give a fuck. I'm like a gerbil. If it's popcorn, I'm
Perfect
eating it.
example of what you look like.
And what do you look like, boy? You look like a muskrat.
Okay,
Fuck
you
outta
more
here.
ferret.
You hear
boy.
muskrat.
Okay, boy, you a capybara. You ever seen a capybara? Fat ass beaver that just be fucking.
You said
with
capybara? Fuck out of here. I don't even know what that is.
You
This
never
nigga
seen a
speaking
capybara?
foreign language. What did he say?
Look up a capybara. Look
You need
like
a translator like shit, boy. To walk around with you with the Walmart vest.
You ever seen that animated video that people be using? They was like, "This is Rui Hachimura talking to Darth Vader."
Yeah.
That's a capybara. It's like a beaver.
If you go look at that for what he was really saying.
What did you think about Challengers? What did you think about the movie? Spoiler alert, maybe if you didn't see it.
It was to me, I felt like I watched the holdovers this year. Last year, I'm sorry. And I felt like when I watched the holdovers, I was like, it felt like somebody really sat down and like wrote this. Like somebody really paid attention to the story with this.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that the story was so great with Challengers, but I do think they put together something that would be easy to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you don't have to have the greatest story when what we watching is kind of easy to get. I don't have to have this great story arc if it's really just this big robot training versus this big robot training and then them two gonna fight and see who wins. You know? It don't have to have a love story back here and a trauma story over there. So I think that was Challengers. I think like the characters were very generally wrote. You didn't really know too much. You didn't really get too much information about them before this event.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of threw you into the middle of just like everybody's life at one point with some flashbacks. But I think it was definitely one of the best tennis movies I've ever seen. I don't think that there's many tennis movies out anyway. I heard somebody challenge me and said, "Oh, what about King Richard?" King Richard was not a better tennis movie than this one. This one, literally, if you play tennis, if you've been to an actual tennis, like sporting event, like we went to the Mubadala DC Open, it felt like being there again. It was like, yo, I remember us walking through there. Some of the places they would just walk and talk, or where they was eating, we was there. So definitely I'm not gonna say it's a love letter to tennis, because it's got some
very cringe moments in that joint.
cringe moments in that joint.
I think it will be a Oscar contender. I think Zendaya is an awards darling. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they shoot her a nomination for Best Supporting Actress. I do not think that would be ridiculous. And I'm not going to act like she didn't do a great job. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like everybody's
She did a good
performance,
job.
I felt like hers was the worst.
Out of everybody though.
Yeah.
But not that it was bad.
Not that it was
but
bad,
that they did really well. But honestly,
her character was the worst written, I would say that. So it doesn't help.
That's the real statement.
You're not trash at Uno if you didn't get nothing to work with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just really kind of wasn't in your cards. And I think that was the case with Zendaya. I think Zendaya, I think she didn't really have much depth, her character. That was my one feedback to the whole thing. She was selfish and just an asshole and didn't even try. We don't even got a reason for why she was that way.
Bad writing didn't stop them from giving her 2 Emmys for Euphoria. She got 2 Emmys for bad writing. She got 2 Emmys for roles that weren't the best written. But her performance got,
Terrell, do we always have to do but when? Because that wasn't bad writing. That was actually good writing.
What?
On Euphoria. That episode she was there, she killed, that she got the Emmy for, that writing was good. When she got caught up, and season 1 was flawless. You always get on that. Season 1 was flawless. Just because it didn't end the way you wanted to doesn't mean it was bad.
I didn't think Zendaya did anything super crazy performance-wise in Euphoria. I still don't think she's done anything super crazy, except for that episode with the Jolly Rancher, which she ended up winning an Emmy for. But I think she's an awards darling. I don't think she did anything super crazy in this movie.
Yeah.
But she had a solid performance, I would say.
I think
the guys did great.
Yeah.
They had a lot more emotions they had to show versus Zendaya just being able to be that cold type. But I feel like she played the character that was written well.
I think she played the character that was I think the idea of her character was a lot better than the way that it was executed. I think her being this tennis star and being this, like, we really didn't get that. I felt like Zendaya in this movie was like a fast sports car, like a Lamborghini. I want you to imagine the 2 dudes playing tennis for a Lambo. If the Lambo could talk, it would say the shit that Zendaya says in that movie. Look, they say stuff like, she says, if you lose tomorrow, I'll leave you. That's what your Lambo would say if you lose your, you know what I'm saying, your job. Hey, you want to keep driving a Lambo? You better go out there and win. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I need gas. You know? And I'm not lying. When you go see that movie, I feel like, I was telling A-Train and G, I was like, I'm surprised that y'all actually bang with it because of how objectified I felt like Zendaya was in that movie. Honestly, I can't believe that that's what she wanted her next thing to be. Especially wanting to get out of, and I could be wrong, but I feel like Zendaya wants to get out of the Euphoria way now. People think she wants to get out of the Disney way. She got out of Disney's way with Euphoria. I won 2 Emmys. Nobody's thinking about your Disney days. Everybody's thinking about Euphoria. Yeah. So if she wants to get away from the Euphoria nightmare, because that shit crashed and burned, basically, right? Mm-hmm. My thing is, I was just surprised to see you go this route. 2 men who are kind of working their way through their own sexual experience, and then it's very object. Like,
she produced this joint by herself. Not by herself, it was other producers, but she was she was the big shot producer on the.
For sure.
She had
the money to be a producer now.
I wouldn't be surprised if she PGA after this. It don't take long for you to get PGA no more. But so far as the film itself, it was a good movie.
It was all right.
It is the pacing to me sometimes is a little bit of a challenge because some of them sex scenes, some of the intimate moments were just too long. Like,
yeah,
they got a scene where they making out by the car and you're literally just watching them do this. There's no purpose. It's just like, oh, we gonna watch this. Y'all know how it is. Somebody might get a little touchy-feely. They might even show you a whole sex scene in a movie. But the way they do it in that movie, you feel like, as a viewer, you feel like I shouldn't be watching this. You feel like you're in a room on accident. Like, you feel like I should not be seeing this like this. It doesn't feel like I'm being intentionally shown the sex scene. It just feels like I'm here for it. And it's like that a lot. There's like some gay sexual tension between the 2 guys.
Yeah.
They're fucking chewing food in each other's face and they're getting all close and fucking eating their churros. It's just like, you know what?
My issue with...
It's the pacing. It's like, yo, this cool, but we should not have to sit through these intimate scenes this long.
I've talked about this
It does nothing for...
It don't. And I've talked about this for a long time. Sexual tension in a movie. It's hard to create, and you watch creators create them in 2 different ways. Like, think about the Kelly Rowland movie with Devontae Rhodes, right? It's like a music video, but it's a sex scene. That's how we tend to do it. We like to make like a music video. Remember Power? This nigga was fucking a new person to a new Rotimi song. Every episode he was fucking Angela to a new Rotimi song.
That is true.
But it seems like the other communities in the world, they create sexual tension by thinking that, some people, the look of it and is the tension. It's the awkwardness, the quietness, grab you close. Why do you think in so many movies that were made back in the day, it's like white people do that thing where they get close and breathe, like a hesitation, and then kiss? You know what I'm saying? It's like a movie thing.
It's a movie thing.
You've never done that in your real life. You know what I'm saying?
I think, I've done it before.
Well,
it ain't never that dramatic.
It's not that dramatic. I think that is the building of sexual tension in that way. That's why I think you could tell not the demographic, but like the filmmaker that made that, I know what cloth he's cut from based on how he was doing those.
But bro,
scenes.
it's just some of the scenes, like it's so cringe. Like the sound, it's just raw sound. These motherfuckers are kissing, and all you can hear is you can tell the boom mic is right there. Yeah. I don't know if it's because I'm a filmmaker and I don't look at it like we're watching a movie. It's just at some point it looks like I'm critiquing the work.
Also, it's
just weird, bro.
We have to find these two people attractive. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't look at Zendaya on top of this dude and think, oh shit. But like I said, this is like some people would and some people would. That movie had a lot of eating in it. I don't know if y'all know, but or I don't know if you pay attention when you watch a movie, but this movie had a ton of eating scenes in it. Like Terrell, you said the churro, like every other scene is somebody eating. If you go see that movie, everybody is eating. And it made me come home and I said, I want to look up some of the best food movies that I watched. It made me want to eat. Because believe it or not, Terrell, we had meals while we watched a movie, but that was an example of a movie where somebody could literally just be eating a bag of Ruffles chips in a movie. And if you haven't ate, it will influence you to want to eat.
Yes.
Because you're not really watching, like, you didn't click, I'm about to eat a bag of Ruffles chips. You were watching a story and somebody happened to have some food. And you like, you know what? It sparks your hunger. This movie had eating all throughout. And I said, I'm going to go home and look up some of the most sleeper movies that you watched that made you hungry. But it's a food movie, but kind of not.
Like just movies where motherfuckers eating.
Yeah. But you'll see what I'm talking about. Like the first one I put was The Parent Trap. When we was young.
Peanut butter Oreos?
Yeah, but this is the bad thing. Y'all really have to retract your memory. There were so many eating scenes in The Parent Trap where I feel like watching that, and you can think of your own because this could also just be my personal one. But
any specific ones from The Parent Trap?
Well, you got to think in the beginning where they flip this. It's either the beginning or the end where the two girls switch. The lady that works with her maid made that big ass breakfast. The orange juice looked fire. The breakfast looked fire.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
There's a scene where they're eating in the cafeteria when they first get there. I don't know if you know that at that camp they had a cafeteria where they ate. Of course, the scene with the Oreos and peanut butter. I think we all learned that from
Parent Trap. And they didn't even eat them. They just talked about it. We was like, Oreos.
She did have the Oreos and the other girl had the peanut butter.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you an easy one. Good Burger.
Okay. Good burger make you want a burger bad as hell.
I feel like you will go get the most cheapest McDonald's double cheeseburger burger after watching Good Burger because they make you appreciate. Think about the fact that they had the other burger joint coming out and you just had to keep it chill.
Uh-huh. I got simple ones like Jody and Baby Boy when he had them lemon heads. That was when I legit started to eat lemon heads. I know it's random as shit.
There's that one.
But
I didn't want to put that because I felt like it wasn't. That's so like Taylor.
Bro, he had them lemon heads, and that's the reason why I started eating lemon heads. That movie is the reason why I said, you know what? Let me get the lemon head.
There we go. I put Goodfellas. I could make you know what? This not hitting like I thought it was on the podcast because I know y'all not gonna see it, but because y'all don't have the visual memory like I do. So many food scenes in that movie, like legit. All throughout, they make food in jail. He makes food coked up, high as fuck. There's 8 different little dinner scenes. The scenes where they're laughing when he was like, yo, what's funny? I mean, what the fuck is so funny? Go and look at the food. Food all throughout the movie.
I do not remember food in Goodfellas.
I'm telling you, you're okay, bet. Literally, when he gets almost busted at the end, he's cooking dinner with his sister in the kitchen. You don't remember the iconic picture of Paulie cutting the garlic thin slices?
Oh, yeah.
He don't have he don't got the film knowledge. There's this movie called, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I believe it's called Tampopo. Or, I think that's literally how you say it. But
foreign joint?
It's a foreign film. That movie has a ton of fucking food in it. I have only seen I feel like I watched some of it when I was young in film school, like 2014 type shit, and I feel like I never really whatever. But that's another movie that I feel like people can go and watch that movie, and I swear, if you watch that movie, there's no way you're gonna be able to not eat after that. And you know what they be eating? Ramen. They be eating a bunch of
okay. Okay.
Yeah. But I don't think that there's a movie that rivals that movie when it comes to cooking besides like Chef. Okay, you seen Chef with Jon Favreau and Scarlett Johansson?
Mm-hmm. The Bear. Make you hungry because they're always making shit. Bro, we be watching TV shows where they be baking cakes and shit. Remember I told you about Is It Cake and some of the other joints?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that make you want a slice of cake bad.
What was the joint? Cake Boss.
I
think we all had a Cake Boss phase.
Yeah. I'll put you on. Big time.
You can say you put me on for that.
I can.
But imagine wanting to be, look, I put you on Cake Boss, a TLC
Buddy
TV
Velasco.
show.
Shout out all of my niggas from New Jersey.
He wants credit for that. Tell him I'll put you on Cake Boss. This nigga was sitting in the house like grown man watching Cake Boss.
Bro, first of all, I was in college, and I used to watch that shit because we was in college. And it was great. What if I was in the house? All right, bet.
Cake Boss used to be on bullshit. We talked to Gigi about that. Or I remember you said you were talking to Gigi about that. They would be like, okay, so we're going to make a dinosaur cake. The whole dinosaur is Rice Krispie. And the
body.
ground he's standing on is the cake.
Yeah. But the joint on top is just a big cereal tree covered in modeling chocolate. Your homeboy's joint.
Definitely.
You got that tweet?
Yep. There was a tweet that went out by Cameron. I don't even know how you say his name. Cameron Ginn.
Fuck the nigga's name.
All right, Twin Diesel.
What does that have to do with anything?
The guy says, I just blocked and deaded friendships with 4 of my homeboys. I had back surgery literally a whole month ago, and none of those niggas checked on your boy. I ain't say shit. I just blocked it and let it be what it is. Niggas wasn't my real friends.
For context, the nigga said that he told his friends about the surgery before he had it. So it wasn't like a damn, they didn't check on me and didn't know. He told his friends about the surgery before he got it because he had to tell people so they would know or some shit like that. So basically the friends he talking about did know about the surgery first. What do you think about this whole thing? Because I didn't know what side you was going to pick for this. I didn't know what you thought about this.
Well, you go, because I don't know what you think.
I didn't know what you thought.
In my personal opinion, I think that he is putting the problems that he should have with a partner. He's putting the fact that I think the problems that he has for his friends, he should have for a partner versus a homeboy. I don't think it's your homeboy's duty to sit by your bedside after a surgery as if they're your partner. You know? I think that's what you need a woman for or a partner for, because you're if a man knows we all have our own families to feed. I hate to be an old head and say back in the old days, but it's take care of your family first. You would never expect another dude to be your therapy or something like that, because you have your family. We got family feed, nigga. You got problems, I got problems. You got a bad back, I got stomach problems. Feel me? It's where are you during all of their things? Because, as men, we don't really key each other in on our illnesses. Maybe we just started coming around with, the mental health thing, but
that's an issue that we have, honestly. I don't think it's anything wrong. Wrong. I agree with you about, bro. I agree. Well, I don't know if I agree with you now.
You ain't even letting me finish, for real. I thought you was agreeing when you was whatever, but
I don't know if I agree. Keep going though. Let me see if I agree with you. The nigga, you think the nigga was wrong for
blocking his friends with his homeboys? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think that's a little bit much. I agree there.
It's like, yo, where's your girl at? Where's your lady? Where's your...
Well, for context, he had, I think, 6 people he told.
Yeah.
3 girls and 3 guys or something like that. The girls responded.
Bet.
And 2 of the guys, and it was 8 people. The 2 girls responded and 2 of the guys responded. The other 4 guys they didn't respond. Those are the ones he cut off. So but you're right, he's not in a relationship though. But I wouldn't say this. I think you can expect your friend to be there for you if that's the expectation that y'all have set for each other, if that's how y'all friendship work.
Right.
Because as you saw, most of us men are like, why the fuck is he doing all of that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because as men, you can invite us places. I got friends that I don't talk to but 2 or 3 times out of the year that could invite me somewhere, and then if I don't go, it's not like a issue. You see, all of the girls agreed with him. All of the girls was the ones that was saying, oh, you didn't do anything wrong. You did nothing wrong. Because that's how y'all friendships are. Women check on each other, call each other just to see how y'all doing.
These are the same girls, some of them, same girls that'll be sitting there shitting on you if you want to spend too much time with your homeboy. They'll try to call you
Hold
gay.
on, because you.
And that's kind of projected. But I'm telling you,
it's a little bit. That's a different.
That's why I say the world is kind of whacked a little bit, because that's not a lot, Terrell.
That's true that happens, but that's also a separate point, and it don't change the fact that, yeah, we look at it as him being sassy, you cut your niggas off because whatever, but we do also have the opportunity as men to give a fuck about each other a little bit more. I'm not saying, and mind you, I agree that he did too much with the blocking. I think if you wanted them niggas to be there, you should have hit them.
I think you're doing too much feeling away, period.
I think
where's your family at? Where's your mom, your dad, your sisters?
What if he don't have that? What if all he has is his friends?
Well, then, like you said, it has to be set up in a certain way. There's no way you blocking your boys because you said niggas wasn't my real friends. Like, nobody signed up to be your bedside aid. You know? We're homies. I don't expect none of my niggas to be right there if I'm going through some shit. Even if I didn't have a family, I'd be thinking that it's my girl. You know what I'm saying? Or your partner, or your brother, your aunt. Think about how.
So at what point do you hold your friends accountable to being friends?
I don't think that being a friend means having to be at your surgery. I've never wanted nothing from my friends, but maybe hey, yo, I'm just letting y'all know I got surgery. Do I expect to see them when I come out? No.
He didn't say that. Did
he almost pass away? Was it like a heart surgery? What was the surgery for? Because that does make it a little different.
For his back or some shit like that. He had back surgery. It wasn't like life-threatening.
If my boy had open heart surgery and he hit me like, yo, just want to let you know this is going to be scary and I need, you know what I'm saying? That's different. But, hey, y'all, I'm going in for
this could have very well
leg
been
surgery.
His back surgery. He ain't asked them niggas to come to the hospital and sit bedside. He said none of them checked on him.
Checked on you.
Nobody hit him and said, yo, how did the back surgery go? And you see, think about this though, fellas. Because we all agreed that he did a little much with the whole I'm blocking y'all shit. Just trying to be objective for the conversation. I'm thinking, is he wrong for wanting his friends to check on him? Let's answer that question.
He's not wrong, but your actions afterwards don't help you at all, bro. Why not say, yo, you know, I was, and what's the name? And I felt like I ain't really hear from nobody. I kind of felt the way about that. Maybe that's what we need to start doing more than, oh, what? You gonna get on some female shit and block? Oh, I'm gonna block them because they wasn't my real friends. But you can't even speak up for your fucking self. How do we know you was in surgery? You know how many times motherfuckers would be like, wow, nobody gave a fuck about my surgery, yet you didn't say shit about your surgery. Oh, okay, look.
Terrance, you doing all of this projecting about stuff we don't even know bruh did.
I'm not
you
saying,
making him the
Did I
villain.
say him or said people? I didn't say him. I said people will do this, Terrell. People will act like you don't care about their shit, but they be low with it. Like, wow, nobody wanted to come to my party. I sent you the RSVP on Facebook. That's all you did for promo? I forgot it was today. Like, think about the people who be like, this is coming in 2 weeks, 1 week, 4 days, tomorrow. You know when they shit is.
You talking about a birthday party. This motherfucker is having surgery and told his closest friends.
Which means I think even more they might have been like, huh? And like, that's my thing. I don't have the context, y'all. I just have, I was getting surgery and didn't hear from my friends. I don't know how much he told them. But like I said, all of that goes to it.
All I know is he
that has to
told
be
them
accounted for.
Some days or so, I don't know how many days. Like, he did tell them before the surgery. A lot of people said, well, did they even know you was having surgery?
That's my thing. If you tell me that you got to get surgery on your wrist, I'm not going to say when. I'm going to say, oh, damn. For real? Yeah, they got to go in and fix this up. I'm not going to say when.
The bruh said that he told them that when he was having his surgery, because he had to, because they needed that. You got to have people that know you going under. You know what I'm saying?
If it's that, I get it.
And he said his friends ain't check on him. I don't think he should cut niggas off. Like, if you really feel some type of way, you should use your words and say, yo, I just think it's fucked up. If it's me, my son's getting ready to have a birthday party. If I invite you to the birthday party and you don't come, like, or if I invite you to the birthday party and you tell me you coming and you don't come, you not letting me down. Now you letting my son down. Now I have a different issue.
See, I don't have an issue like that.
Because no, but think about it.
Because that also sounds kind of a little sassy.
I mean, sure, I'll be that.
So you gonna have an issue with if
just tell
one
me
of your boys tell you he gonna come to your party because you have a son. If he can't make it, you had an issue.
Not just my boy. I mean, like we building birthday and we building equity, right? Somebody invites you to their birthday party. You go to their birthday party so that when you have your birthday party for your kid, they could come. Because you know, it's a big thing with kids and birthday parties and parents. It was this lady that was like, my son had nobody at his birthday party because all of the parents canceled. And they were like, you guys need to remember when you're canceling on a kid. Anyway, if you tell me you gonna come, I would rather you tell me you're not gonna be able to make it or I don't know than telling me you're gonna make it and then not coming. Because I got to account for you to be there. Now, look, this is my point in this whole thing. If I did have an issue that was boiling me up that bad with one of my men that didn't come, I would talk to you about it. It wouldn't be the end of our fucking friendship.
Yeah.
Like, if I had that much of an issue that you missed crew birthday party, I would be like, I would talk to you. First of all, it doesn't even feel right for me to do that. Because honestly, I don't give a fuck if you come or not. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if I have an issue with a friend, y'all wasn't real friends to begin with if you don't feel like you should have a conversation with bro before just cutting him off or I just blocked y'all. So for your fucking back surgery, which might have been a big deal to you.
I feel like when I talk like that, you like start calming me down or something like that or telling me to chill. You see how you can say for your fucking back surgery, but if I do that, you're going to tell me, hold up.
Nah, it's because yours come with a lot of projection and you start saying, see, motherfucker.
Well, let me say this, though, because I could be right. You might just not like the way it sounds, and some of y'all might not like the way it sounds. But, like, I disagree that we need to start caring about our friends' surgeries. I think we need to worry about our own priorities and our own families first. That's more of a priority than worrying about your friend. If I had to worry about all of my friends and their physical problems, oh, you got a backache, oh, you got this, how the fuck could I start my own family? I don't think that I could. I feel like as men, you need to be strong-willed on your own. I think if you need a man, if you need your boy, you have 3 women hit you after your surgery to check on you, and you pissed off at your boys, maybe they have real lives. Dog, we live a dangerous life out here. Men, say what y'all want about black men, white men. We live a dangerous life as men in this country. From the shit that we got to do to feed our families, the weight that's on our shoulders. It don't matter what color you are. Every man has at least that weight. You know what I'm saying? We're not raised to be taken care of. You raised to go out, find, and take care of what you find. Build, right? We don't have time to look after each other like women. And I feel like that is not, that's not dangerous or messed up to say. That's not saying don't express yourself. I'm just saying if you feel like after your surgery, you looking for your boys to be there, right? I don't think that issue is so much with your boys in my opinion. I feel like you need a partner. You need a woman, a companion. That's why you see people who are married. When you look at most people who say they had surgery, ask them who went with them. Ask people who got surgery. All of you who are watching this, if you got surgery, did you have all your boys lined up coming and seeing you? And it was just some small shit? Let's say you had to get a kidney transplant on some Nate Robinson shit. Hopefully Nate Robinson gets that transplant that he's looking for. If it's life-saving, then we having a different conversation. But if we simply having a conversation about bruh who was able to tweet and say, I blocked them, they ain't my real friends. Hey, yo, you need to assess yourself before you start looking at issues within everybody else. Because it's like, what, you think they ain't fuck with you? That's why they ain't come check on you after your surgery? They don't fuck with me. That's not it, bro.
I think you sound very like traditional man.
But don't you think we gotta keep some traditions?
Sure, but you niggas are not going and working on the fucking railroad all day. And as men, we live a dangerous life. Okay.
Terrell, that's
it
true.
Don't
and it
change
is.
the fact that we do need to do a better job as men thinking about each other's health and well-being and mental health. That has been an opportunity. We know your stance on it. We know your take on men and their mental health and how they just need to be, you care, but you also on the side of they should be tough and men are men. And you saying shit like we don't need to check on each other like women is backwards. Like we do need to check on each other. Checking on each other is not a gender specific thing. You should check on your friends. Do you think you're a good friend? Do you think you're a good friend?
No.
Why should we listen to you?
But I don't think I'm not a good friend because I don't go to my friend's surgery side. I think I'm not a good friend because sometimes I don't respond when I want to. I might not hit people up and do the mental check that I do believe in. I never shat on us hitting each other up mentally or mental health. I just say that Terrell has pushed the narrative on me that I don't care about men's mental health. Because
I pushed the narrative.
I'm not as deep on it as him. I definitely care about mental health, but I want it to be real. I don't want it to be that fake bullshit that Brandon Marshall does. I'm going to come up here, set all the cameras up, use you for your likeness, Marshawn Lynch. On my show, I'm getting paid for, but I want to talk about your mental health. Fuck out of here. Hit your boy up on his phone.
That's still important because
it doesn't inspire motherfuckers to do that. I'm sorry. That was the biggest load of bullshit. If you saw him, I'd be more inspired seeing him pick his phone up and say, yo, I'm just hitting you. I would be more inspired there. But watching your whole show set up, podcast is popping. Come on. That's why I was giving you pushback.
That's because you see the production side of stuff as like a film student, but it does inspire other people to check on the more examples we have of it, the better.
I really hope that y'all went and did it. Because
I'm just saying it's not the worst.
I'm a fan of real work, not just the shit that we see on social media is all I'm saying. And he tries to shit on me for that.
I agree that I think bro was a little sassy. I don't agree with you and your whole men are men and we got a tough ass life and we don't have time to check on friends.
That's an excuse
that we make to not check on each other.
I didn't say we don't have time. I just think we...
Because T, if one of your friends, because I'm thinking about it, if one of my friends was to check on me, yo, you good? Yeah, why? Or I remember you said you was having that back surgery. Oh, yeah, I am straight. Like, I wouldn't be expecting, but I'll tell you what, I would appreciate that friend for that call. Even though I wasn't, because I'm not like, bro, I'm not expecting niggas to hit me up. But if they did, I would appreciate it. And I think it's important that person who does that,
it's not really about you appreciating it more than you having a problem with not receiving it. Would you have a problem if you heard nothing from your friends after surgery?
No, I wouldn't have a problem.
And that's my point because I feel like you have your own fish to fry, and I understand that. I'm not about to get mad at you for not worrying about my own thing, especially if I don't know what you got going on. People love to say, this motherfucker wasn't doing anything. He could have checked on me, but you don't know. Imagine me feeling like, why you didn't check on me after my this, and I have no idea what you done had going on.
Nah,
you know,
that is true.
Most of my homies that have girls have changed the lives of the girls that they with. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. Most of my niggas have changed their women's lives, their whole situation, right? Good dudes. Me knowing that alone, you know what I'm saying? What they have to, the shit that's on their shoulders that wasn't even on their shoulders to begin with. I'm not expecting them to be there for something unless it's super important. I care more about you being there for my daughter's birthday party than I do my surgery. We good. That's what I kept the family close for. If
Terrance,
you did,
but you don't
and that's
realize,
not to shit on people who don't have families, Terrell. But I mean, hey,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's
you don't
a very
have to always absolve. Oh, but some people don't have families. Okay, well, you know what?
Well, what's your answer for that though? I'll be interested to know what your solution. Because you're saying
if you don't have a family, but you got friends that you feel like you want to be there for your surgery, you need to be outspoken on how important this is to you. Don't throw up a flyer and expect people to show up. If you say, hey, this surgery got me nicked, bro. It would really, really help me out if you could show up and just be there for when I come out and open my eyes, bro. If my friend told me that, I'm showing up. It just became a priority. But you have to create that. When you tell people how you really feel, then they really know. When you hope people get what you mean and they don't, well, you need to look in the mirror when you get upset. Period.
that's true.
I just saw that video with they from here, You Funny B, and Lean Cuisine. They video it was like when a grown man says, period. You're not fucking with me, bro. Period. I fuck with them. But anyway, that's my viewpoint on it. And I don't feel like if you feel like you said, oh, you more tradition, you want to be more traditional, but don't ladies, don't y'all want traditional men? Let's keep it a stack.
Terrance, this is not about the ladies. It has nothing to do with
Fellas,
them. This is about men and men friendships. Men and men friendships.
I'm just saying,
and
you
the
threw the
opportunity
traditional
we
word at
have,
me.
Because you are. I said you're traditional because you saying
But
we shouldn't work
we-
about each other. We should worry about each other. We should be worried
traditional
about
in certain ways?
the iron that we're pumping and the fucking railroad that we work on so much
I
and the
never said
danger that we face every day. So we gotta fucking think about that, of course, in our families before we can ever think about checking on our friend who just had surgery. Like, nigga, you can make a one phone call or send a text and say, yo, everything went straight with the, what's the name? Cool. Like, I feel like as opposed to niggas taking accountability or seeing the opportunity for accountability, we chose to make bruh sassy. We go the homophobic route. Now he's a sassy guy. Now he's too into his feelings. And guess what? I'm sorry to, I hate to say it, but I actually agree that I thought bruh did too much. But keeping my mind open for the opportunity of accountability for niggas, I do see where maybe you might have wanted your friends to maybe could have been there more for you. Because that's how they felt.
And my thing
That's how bruh felt.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, instead of getting on Twitter and chatting about blocking them,
True.
It'll look better if you'd have opened your own mouth. The fact that you got on Twitter and talked about blocking them, it makes me believe you maybe didn't say anything beforehand. What was your communication like before you had the surgery? Because right now you're on Twitter talking about blocking niggas.
It felt hit
You know what I'm
tweetish.
saying?
It felt like you was trying to get a moment
You
off.
thought that you was getting a moment off, and you exposed the fact that it's poor communication that ruins relationships everywhere. That's a fact. If you don't say shit, nothing will happen. Nothing.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't. That's why I said I don't look at it like I don't really get him, because it's like we don't really know what you said. We don't have enough context for me to just sit here and say, damn, we as men, we need to communicate better, or we need to come and see each other more. Okay, yeah, you're right about that. You'll always be right about that. But also, we got bigger fish to fry than me coming and checking on your ankle surgery.
What's the bigger fish?
Life.
See, I don't agree with that. We got bigger fish to fry. Some of you niggas don't even have. Some of you niggas are not fishing. Some niggas can check on you and should be held accountable.
I don't think that we should expect our friends to.
And then you said something that is funny to me. Women don't have fish to fry? Women don't fry fish?
Women are built different than men, and you know that.
Oh, so they're better.
Women have a different relationship with their female friends than men.
So they're able to live their lives. They have to be moms. They got jobs like we do. They work. They go to school like we do. But they're able to check on their friends. But it's because they wired different.
No, I think women companionship is definitely a lot better, more loving. They are more nurturing, loving humans by no, they don't even have a choice. They are more nurturing, more loving. They are better friends. We as men, like I said, the world is tough. We were raised with the arrows and the shields, and they were raised to be family. You know what I'm saying? People of a family, and they were raised to want a family. We were raised to want.
You're talking about.
You see,
what time period are you talking about?
It's easy to deflect.
Shields.
It's easy to deflect like this, but what I'm saying is not wrong, bro. Women are nurturing more family-oriented people, so they're easier to low-key be friends with. Why you think he heard from the 3 girls and not the 3 boys? Because low-key, the world, society itself that we unfortunately all live in, and it hasn't changed much, they want the fellas to be tough, and they want the girls to be soft. Now things are changing, but come on.
I don't think checking on your boy who just got surgery makes you on the soft side now. You're still very in your...
I don't think it makes you soft either. I think what makes you soft is expecting something to happen that you didn't communicate.
Right.
Or
I agree
you don't have set up, and then you get on Twitter and block.
I agree with you about bruh. I'm just talking about as men, you can check on your homeboy. Take him out the equation in his tweet.
Okay, yeah. You can definitely check on your homeboy. If it's just going to generally come down to that, yes.
I think that's
talking
just
about going. No, but we talking about pulling up to a motherfucker after surgery. Now it's about checking your
You can just send a text. You ain't even got to pull up. You ain't got to go to the hospital. Just, everything went straight? Bet.
I'm with that. I agree with that. Me personally, I just don't see the importance behind my friends doing that.
Because guess what?
Low key, I don't even really be wanting my friends to know I had a physical illness.
Let's say bro wants to die on that table.
Yeah.
Let's say he doesn't get to send that tweet. He goes under for his back surgery, never comes out of that. All you niggas that's his mans, y'all gonna have candles at the candlelight. Y'all all gonna be there for the balloon release.
Man.
But you're not gonna check on it. But you see how we don't check on each other?
But I wouldn't feel no guilt.
And there's a lot of male friend groups that get together for tragedy and then say, man, we gotta click up. How many niggas have you seen do that?
Terrell, but I feel like you undershoot the what you're talking about, which is tragedy. Some of these dudes been there.
But what I'm saying is we get together for the tragedy. But
it's a tragedy.
And
it wasn't supposed to happen.
But we wait for shit to happen before we start saying, man, we got to check on each other more. That's what I mean.
I get that part. And I'm not hating. But I do feel like, damn, I wouldn't be guilty if I didn't return bruh call and then he gets on a roller coaster crashes and he dies.
You're right.
You know, because that's a tragedy. Even you being on a table for a perfectly safe operation and then you pass away because of, did you hear about Joey Swole? And apparently they was doing something and a piece of the tool went in his heart or some shit. They had to go in and get it.
Joey Swole?
Yeah.
Is he all right?
He's all right. But he talked about how crazy of a whole thing that was. That would have been a tragedy. And the people who maybe should have returned the call have been meaning to get back to him. I don't think that person should feel guilty because, we don't have control over that. We don't have control over the tragedy, and it's unfair to yourself to live with that type of guilt. Now, if he told you it was a, that is kind of different. If he told you it was surgery and he does pass, you're gonna feel away. But
y'all niggas would be at the candlelight. That's all I'm saying. Like, bruh is being sassy, but he low-key got a point.
I'm gonna finish with this. Y'all don't feel like we're being told to care about too much stuff? Care about your skincare, care about your outfit, care about your fingernail, care about your friend mentality, care about your friend injury. I feel like we need to fucking work.
What do? Go get sledgehammers?
Because it just seems like we on some hey.
These niggas are working for the state, working from home. Working IT jobs.
Wearing purses.
Hold on, wait. I wasn't saying that to put them in the person category. I'm saying they work in regular jobs.
I'm just saying, come on, y'all. We can't all
They not John Hamm tired as hell at the end of the day from fucking...
We can't all be soft. Like, women should be soft. They should be...
Checking on your men.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Soft.
Terrell, you annoying as fuck to talk to sometimes.
But why are you bringing
We're not talking about checking on your men right now. I just named all of that shit.
Also,
I'm saying the soft era of we need to be more soft, because that's what this all boils down to. Oh, come on, y'all. I should be able to wear a purse. I'm being softer. I'm embracing myself. I should be able to paint my nails. I should be able to wear makeup if I want. Hell, I should be able to dress like a complete woman, but I'm still a man, and I'm still legit.
You kind of think you pushing it.
Okay, maybe I
get
am.
ridiculous.
But either way, we can't say anything because we got to let you express yourself and be soft. But I think at a certain point, I feel like we all going to be soft. You ever see some of the relationship arguments now, it seems like we on a 50-50 thing. Like, damn, look. How both of us, the bill come, we both looking like, and if I got to pick it up, you broke? Like, you got men calling girls broke now. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
these girls do be broke. These girls be broke as shit. And they gaslight you because they don't have the money.
And we move out of the way from them. Like, that's what being a man is. But us being sassy and going back and forth, oh, you must be broke, all of that shit. Yo,
Terrance, you don't have to deal with what some of these young niggas have to deal with dating.
Terrell, fuck that. I met A-Train last year. Y'all gonna stop acting like
A-Train, who's your age equivalent? I'm talking about these young 20-year-old niggas.
The girls our age are bad too, Terrell.
When you was 20, it was not a bitch asking you to make 100 racks. Facts.
They was asking you.
They was not asking you at 20 years old to
Terrell,
pay for
time
everything.
Goes by. Time goes by and shit gets more expensive. It happened when we was young. What was our parents telling us? Damn, y'all wearing this amount of like it's the same thing with generations. We just in a different generation.
On, bro. This ain't us wearing the same clothes.
So we gonna stop acting like women just started wanting a nigga that's having. You able to put a number on it, but these days a woman always wanted a dude that had money.
Sure, but it was
now you got the $100,000 number.
But it was like, yo, she want him because he got money, XYZ. It wasn't a expectation for a 20-year-old. This girl posted this girl's son was in first grade. Not first grade. Her son is in third grade. Did you see that text message? The little boy got a little girlfriend and she like, do you have Cash App? Do you have money? He in the third grade. You know why? Because that little girl probably got TikTok or whatever. That's what she see. We didn't have to go through that, bro. I took a chick to Ruby Tuesdays. And back then, if you went to Ruby Tuesdays, that was better than going to just regular somewhere like Fridays. Ruby Tuesdays was a little bit of a step up because they had ribs and mac and cheese and it was dope. She didn't even expect for me to pay. And I'm thinking, nowadays, you can't even take her to Ruby Tuesdays. You can't take her to Cheesecake Factory. She's going to be embarrassed to tell her homegirls y'all went there. And you better pay for everything. And the only way these young niggas can date some of these chicks is if they make or say they got this amount of money because this girl done seen drug dealers splurging on bitches on the TL, and now that's become the standard.
Fellas, do you see what he's doing right here?
I'm just keeping it honest, bro.
This is an example of the soft shit that I'm talking about. Look at what he's doing. Look, now I gotta be able to drive a BMW. I gotta have this. I gotta do this and this.
Terrance, first of all,
you sound like the girl that's like, I gotta wear makeup. I gotta get a BBL. I gotta do this. Just for, hey man, look.
They have points.
Okay, bet. They have points and so do you. Move out of the fucking way.
You're gonna tell us about your solution to the problem is to look away from the problem. Like, it's ridiculous.
What do y'all, okay, ladies, fellas, because this was going around Twitter. The girl who had the
I love
drug dealers. All of the men in the comments of that joint were like, this is exactly why you get what you get. This is why you end up a baby mama. This is why you end up 30 with 2 kids and a man, right?
This is why the NBA draft looked the way it
did.
Right.
Because you choose. Fellas, why are we complaining about the women that want you to make $100K? Why are we complaining about the women that want you to be a drug dealer, want you to carry guns and be a hood nigga, when you can just ignore them and move the fuck out of the way? Go ahead and say it's nobody else out here like that.
I'm not going to say that.
Because when they say it, because fellas, I'm catching you up. Yup. When the ladies say, it's not that many other dudes out here. Y'all say, yes, it is. It's a Russell Wilson in your DMs that you won't talk to. Fellas, that's your main line, right? Well, what about shorty that's in your DMs that you won't pay attention to?
Terrance, come on.
Oh, now we gonna act like she wants you to have 100,000?
Russell Wilson.
That's bullshit.
No homo. Pause. But Russell Wilson is still a handsome guy to most of these girls out here. The girl in your DMs looks like a fucking trout. You don't give a fuck about her.
See, this is projecting your thing. Because there's some beautiful women out here that do not want
There's beautiful ass girls in your DM just waiting for you to respond.
Terrell, no.
Come on now.
As a man, you're fishing. Right?
Oh, so I thought
as a man, you're fishing.
I thought you said it was a girl in my DM.
Some of you niggas have pulled up, drop anchor, and you ain't pulling in nothing but fat mouth bass. Damn, can't keep this one. Gotta put that back. Damn, can't keep this one. Guess what you need to do, bro? Pull up anchor, shoot somewhere else. We don't want to hear you complaining when you get back about how you couldn't keep shit. You knew exactly what pond you was throwing into, and you understand that logic when you talking about the ladies. Oh, that's because you want all drug dealers. Oh, let's talk about what you want. Let's stop acting like...
I agree with you. You're
low-key getting filleted. I feel like Gordon Ramsay.
Terrance, no. You change shit. You'll say some toxic shit and then make a good
Salmon
point.
in the pan. In. Butter. More butter. In. Like parsley.
You'll make a fucking toxic ass statement and then make a good point.
Terrell, please. I feel like
that's a good point. Like, sure, I agree with you.
You think the nigga had a point? Damn, my friends wasn't.
Nah, Terrance, you're right. We're not doing the same. We're not talking about the same thing. Because guess what? You're right about the fact that you don't have to talk to those girls, but that is becoming more and more and more the norm. It's tough to get away from that when that's the only message being sold to young girls. Number one.
Yep.
And these niggas have to deal with that. The exact same way on the opposite side. That's why I said they both have points. I never made the argument that it was one-on-one or that one group had it and the other one don't. The same way women go through what they go through with men and could change, we do the same thing. Our community is fucked. We are fucked, bro. The way we date is so fucked. Our community. Nobody else has the conversations that we have to the level we have. I don't give a fuck what one podcast you saw or this. Oh, I saw these people talk. It is nothing compared to the level that we as black folks talk about what everybody got to fucking have to date. We don't talk about love at all. And we wonder what happened to R&B. Oh, we need more Brown Sugar movies. We need more Love Jones movies. Y'all don't live those lives no more. You know what we get now?
Those movies were fantasies that none of us ever really saw come true.
I feel like we took, and you know what?
We've been trying to chase the love of those movies for so long that it don't even feel right these days. You know?
We was watching the So Sick video last night.
Neo,
right? And I looked at G and said, man, we took this shit for granted.
We did. We
took that time, that era for granted.
Yeah.
We just took it for granted. Like
him even saying I'm sick of love songs. Damn.
And she said we didn't know. She was like, we didn't know. We didn't know this was going to be it. We did not know we was going to get here. We took that time for granted, bro. And I guess that's going to make us sound old because some of you niggas was 3 years old in 2006.
What a hit from Neo. So sick of love songs because he missed a girl, right?
Bro, that nigga.
But why can't I turn off the radio? The nigga made a hit. Soon as he said that, I would have said...
This nigga, Terrance.
L.A. Reid.
This nigga said I got to change my answering machine now that I'm alone. Because right now it says that we, meaning me and you, can't come to the phone. And I know it don't make sense when you walk out the door, but it's when you walk out the door, but it's the only way I even hear your voice anymore.
She's coming back.
It's ridiculous. It's been months.
For some reason, I just... This nigga wasn't shit, but he trying to get it back. Can't get over.
Hey, you need to watch his Tiny Desk because he was like, first of all, the one thing I fucking hate in your Tiny Desk is when you fucking do a new track. I'm gonna play a new record. Nigga, you're not singing because of you. You didn't do 1 in a million. What the fuck is this new record about to be? But bro, the new record he got coming out called 2 Million Wishes is fire, bro.
Well, that's why they do it, you idiot. You just don't fuck with the other ones.
It never works like that. It never works like that.
We don't want to hear this bullshit, Neo.
Damn, I didn't put on deodorant.
This don't call?
I didn't put on deodorant.
200 riches.
I gotta be careful.
I got deodorant that you could just hit up whatever. Let me finish this topic
You
off
want
by
to put
saying
deodorant over must, boy. You be walking around smelling like
you
pine
can hit
cones.
the
You smell
Dawn
like
if you want. Take the Dawn and switch
You be
it.
walking around smelling like a Christmas tree.
Okay, the fuck
Half
do you
like
look like?
funk.
You look like you work at the place where they sell Christmas trees, boy.
Terrance, what do you look like,
You
boy?
look like you work
built
at a
like a
ranch.
gingerbread. You got on a grandma's knit sweater, but you want to talk about nigga soft era. Look at this soft sweater. This is a soft era shit for you.
This not soft
This
air.
nigga
Niggas
has
been wearing
on a
this sweater
knit-
since before y'all niggas was even alive.
Okay,
90s
boy, that
shit.
joint look paper mache, boy.
You look like a paper mache.
Your beard look paper mache, boy.
You look like your name is mache.
Stiff ass beard, boy. You look like you could set the house on fire with beard.
Let's
The
do
fire
this.
department is outside looking at you.
This is where we finish it off, y'all. Terrell can give you all of the stuff that he gonna give you, whatever. I say this, fellas. You got 2 nuts, right?
Oh God.
You have 2 nuts. Pick one up. Put one on this side of the table. Pick your other nut up. Put it right on this side of the table. You picked this shit. You bought the bait to the pier and you cast your rod out here. And you're complaining about the shit you're pulling in? Pack the cooler, pack the car, and go and get another one.
What about
somewhere else? Let me stop, and I'll let you go, Terrell. Because I'm
What
gonna
about
end
the
y'all with this. I'm gonna end y'all with a quote from an East Atlanta rapper named Gucci Mane. Girls are like buses. Miss one, next 15 one coming.
What about your friends what about your friends that you need to check on from their surgery? Are they coming in 15 minutes?
Terrell.
That you said I'm gonna end y'all with this. What happened to the main topic about the friends?
Terrell.
Or are niggas too busy with their sledgehammers on train tracks, working and slaving away to make money?
If you keep caring about shit like who's there for you and who's showing up, man, I don't know about y'all. I'm not thinking about shit but getting back to the shits.
All I'm gonna say,
If I don't make it off this table, I don't even want my boys there. I want them finding out that, oh, it was a routine thing. I don't want boys that feel like they have to check on me like that. That makes you, and all I'm gonna say is this, that could make you a stressful ass friend. You got a lot going on. You always need somebody to bring you an Advil. You need somebody to pull up on you, bring you a hot tea. Those low-key be the most annoying friends. Low-key. And nobody would tell you that. You're watching a podcast and hearing it, though. Check yourself. For real. Terrell, all of the people you know that always need something, think about that. Come on.
we're not gonna. Well, we see that. You see, you're right. If
I'm just saying, we
bruh's
gonna cut
been
that nigga bail. We gonna cut some other people some bail too.
if he's the type nigga that's doing that, you're right. You can't be the annoying nigga that always needs something, and now you sassy as fucking want to cut us off. You know what? Fuck it. I don't mind being cut off because you need too much. And sometimes niggas need to grow up. That doesn't mean that you need to be a fucking traditional man and be tougher. I mean, sometimes people need to understand that they are now an adult. Yeah. And we're no longer kid friends. And we all have lives. I feel like that's what you be trying to say. You just so damn, what's the nigga that was working on the railroad?
God damn it. Why you keep talking about railroad?
Such a damn working on the railroad, man. You such a fucking...
You the one that looked like John. What was his name? John something.
John Hamm or something like that. That's you,
look like
boy.
him. You used to wear his fits like shit.
Okay, boy, you built like the sledgehammer. Fuck out of here. What was next?
What was next? Okay, we want to talk about Michael Chandler's comments about raising black men. This should be fun because we got a nigga sitting here that looks like Frederick Douglass anyway. So
I sent you the tweet on Twitter for your...
I got it. You can read.
I would rather you... No, I want you to play
it? Oh, play the audio.
I want you to play that clip, yeah. Because I want you to play the first minute of it so people can really get a grasp for what he actually said.
All right, y'all.
I sent it to the nigga on Twitter. Should be in your mailbox. But before Terrance hits play, it's a UFC fighter. I think his name is... What's his name? He's a fucking beast.
His name is Michael Chandler.
Michael Chandler. He's actually a fucking beast.
Yeah. This is Michael Chandler speaking about his approach to parenting his 2 black adopted sons, and he admits that there have been tough questions regarding their skin color.
I'm not raising black children. I'm raising children. I'm not raising black men. I'm raising men. And whether you are black or you are white, no matter what race that you are, there are certain things about being a man and being a good man when it comes to character and integrity and safeguarding the helpless and sticking up for those who need it and being a good man of reputation. None of that has to do with skin color. Everything has to do with the character of the man. And like I said, it's probably probably not an answer that some people would say is important, but that's where the world has gone, where we think that the most important thing about us is our skin color or our gender or our sex or our political affiliation or all these different identity politics or the identities that we put on each other, when really we're just human beings.
All right.
Stop that bad boy on a dime.
I do want to say before anything about Michael Chandler. First of all, I think what him and his wife have done by adopting these 2 black kids is something to be celebrated in a sense.
Yeah.
Just because anybody that's ever been in the foster care system, or if you have friends, or if you have come out of foster care, 2 people willing to take you in and give you a life like what Mike Chandler and his wife can give, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And an opportunity that we have as black folks is, hopping into that adoption space, right? So before I'm critical, I am going to give kudos to the fact that him and his wife are changing the lives of these 2 young boys. I got to commend that, because anybody in foster care will tell you that that's still a huge thing that they get to experience a 2-parent household. Mm-hmm. But I'll let you start on your feedback first, because I can be very long-winded on shit like this. I'll let you go first on what you thought about what he said, and the internet had some criticism for him.
Nah, yeah. For him and his wife, they're both white, to be raising black sons. It's one of those things where this is the issue that I feel like you'll see a lot of black people have when you see a situation like this, because we know how important it is to give our kids the history of where they come from. And the fear that I feel like we've always had as a community with seeing white people adopt black kids is literally what this man is saying. Skin color doesn't matter, and I'm raising men, and it's about the character of a man and stuff like that. Boy, would that have been nice for y'all to have that mindset about 500 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That it doesn't really matter skin color, right? It doesn't really matter. It's all about a man's character, right? We were killed for hundreds of years for that opposite thought. Now that you're on top and you can't be reached, it's crazy to see how it's like, oh, okay. No, it's not really about skin color. It's easy to say that from the top.
It's a privilege to even say it.
It's some of these sports bettors out here that's like, it's not about the money. That's the whole fucking reason we're doing this shit. You think I want to gamble? I want to make some fucking money. But when you got a bunch of money and you sitting up top, it's easy to talk about our little bets. Oh, it's not about that. And I look at it the same way. It's like once you get to the top of that mountain, it's easy to forget about the bullshit that is there. But in the world, when your black sons go out in the world, that whole rhetoric that you spitting isn't shared, you know? Mm-hmm. All white men in the world don't think what you're thinking. And I think it's a little, what's the word?
Privilege.
It's privilege, but it's more like it's irresponsible of you to raise a black kid in a world where his skin color has definitely mattered, and it definitely will still matter. Mm-hmm. I think you lining him up to get shocked, you know what I'm saying? His schooling is going to be like, damn, hold up. Why did he say that? And you got to explain some shit that you haven't been prepping? Or you going to say the opposite of what he sees at the school?
I think, once again, I applaud them for adopting. My issue is I'm not raising black men, I'm raising men. And I think it's important for them to be good men, whatever. I do think that is important.
I agree with that.
I just think it is more important than anything as a white guy to understand that you are raising black men as a white man. It is something that you have to understand, and it's not necessarily something that if you do admit that makes you any less of a great guy for raising them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's very privileged for you to even be able to say, I'm not raising black men, I'm raising them to be men. That to me tells me that you don't understand the world that they live in. Though they live under your roof, they still live in the world as themselves. Like, I think he says all of these good things about, you know, being a good man and being able to have integrity for people and hold the door for people and this and that. What about when the person they're holding the door for is afraid of them? Or what about the conversation? What about the cop conversation? What about the difference in their hair texture? It's so much shit, surface level. And this is what's dangerous. If I was to tell you, if I was to say, I'm not raising Crew to be a black man, I'm raising him just to be a man, right?
Yeah.
That would be problematic. And somebody would tell me, yo, you need to make sure you instill these things in this boy.
Yeah.
The scary part about Mike Chandler is you can't even teach them about what it's like to be black in America because you don't even know. The least you could do is try to prepare them.
Yeah.
Because you really can't teach them because you yourself don't know what it's like to be profiled. You yourself don't know what it's like. You can't teach them the black person happy look, which is you walk in a room full of white people and for some reason, we smile. Or we try to show that we're not threatening. And we don't do that because we give a fuck about what these white people think. We do that to protect ourselves so that we don't end up in some bullshit that we didn't even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's such a crazy level.
And a lot of that isn't taught by your dad. Dad didn't sit down and teach me and Terrell that more than you see it and then you experience it.
And you learn how to respond. But that's what I was talking to Dad about yesterday. You're taught how to respond.
Yeah.
I feel like Dad Dad had a good example. He said if his sons, if you and Terrance have a lady clutch her purse and there's a cop or whatever, he said, if y'all are in a situation, you're going to think about all the odds and how you look, and you're going to understand that if I help this lady, it could look like I'm trying to rob her. Or it could look like, he was telling me something about how a lady got mugged and you're coming up to help or something like that. And how me and you will think, there's a white person in this situation, I'm a black guy, I need to get out of here because they gonna think it's me.
Nah, yeah.
He said his sons are gonna get a rude awakening because guess what they gonna do? They gonna rush in to help, and then when they find out that they're black and now being judged for it that way,
or the cops come and they tackle y'all two and not the mugger.
Right. And when you say my dad is Mike Chandler, they're gonna say bullshit, nigga. Get your ass in the back of this car, and you're gonna realize that it don't even matter that you was raised by white people.
Because you're not.
And you know what? I'm going to take it even deeper without going too far. He says, later in the interview, he says, I'm a man of faith. And I want my kids to know that God chose us to be together. God, made it so that even though you look your way and I look my way, your dad is a superhero. What he was talking about, he was a superhero to his kids and whatever. And God made it so that, he made us all in his image. And even though we look different, you see, okay, cool, but I want to know what y'all are Christian. What does that Jesus look like that you giving to those kids? Like what is their whole outlook on y'all because when he said that, it made me think, oh, okay, cool, you're a man of faith. Did you adopt these kids for them or was it for you? Do you feel like you doing a good thing or did you really do it for these boys?
Nah, yeah.
And you're just doing the wild, trendy, you'll look great because you adopted some black kids thing. And that's the thing about adoption. And the quick thing people will say? People will say, well, black folks don't adopt kids, so I don't know why y'all judging him. Y'all don't go out and adopt no kids. And that's an unfair thing to say because you got to be in a financial situation to be able to adopt. So a lot of people that have criticism about it, they either had their own kids they can barely afford, or they just looking out for the fact that They're concerned about how these black children will be raised by y'all. There are white people that have adopted black kids that I follow on Instagram because of their parenting styles that I think are dope. But they acknowledge their children's blackness and the world they live in and try to learn about different shit and to teach them. So it's different. I think what he's doing is problematic.
Yeah.
Because of the way he doing it.
I definitely think he needs to prepare them for the world that they're going into and not this fantasy world that you have in your head. It'd be doper to see everybody on that page if skin color is not an issue, but we keep continuously seeing that your skin color definitely matters. It unfortunately is what built this country. You know, that's the country that he's in. It's not your color is, that doesn't even really matter as long as you're a man with good morals.
Yeah. Put y'all thoughts in the comments. I would like to know what everybody thinks about that, or if you did see it, or how you feel about it. It was something that was a little bit of a TL thing. I said, I'm definitely
wanted
to talk about that. NFL draft was this weekend. I'm sorry, not this weekend, but this past week. And not even really going to go into the depths of all of the picks. I'm excited for my Broncos again. We got Bo Nix. We got some great pieces on defense. I'm excited for what we getting ready to look like. Well, I'm lying to you guys. I don't think we're going to be shit. But I'm a little bit more excited than I was when we got fucking Zach Wilson. But y'all, the number 2 pick, y'all got Jaden Daniels, Washington Commanders. Happy.
Raise hell. Raise hell. When I tell you the franchise just changed forever, you'll go back and look at this video and be like, damn. Because guess what? We just got very scary. I want you to think about all of the pieces that we picked up and slowly start thinking. And look, a lot of those pieces aren't on the offensive side of the ball. We just got scarier this offseason. And now we got a quarterback that we can build around. Number 2, I want you to think about the last time we had the number 2 pick. He won Rookie of the Year. I want you to think about the time we had the number 2 pick before that. He won Rookie of the Year. Watch us do it again.
Hold on, wait. Who and who?
The last time we had a number
RG3.
2 pick was Chase Young. He won Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
And before that, it was RG, Rookie of the Year. And do you think RG ain't in my man Jaden Daniels' back pocket? I got you right here commentating them doing this game, doing that game. We got we got a different franchise. This whole little NFL section is for me. We had the number 1 draft this year. I don't care what the fuck y'all say. We ran that draft. We a top 5 graded team in that draft. And I'm telling you, Eagles fans, just wait. Cowboys fans, the chatter is going to be different. Because I want y'all to keep in mind, we've been trashed for 20 years. 20 plus years, and we still been at y'all niggas' necks. Because we started this whole thing. Put respect on our setting when we started. 1930. 2, but 30s. Y'all wasn't even thought of. Your parents wasn't even thought of. C.J. Stroud, you played for a team that just came about.
Terrance, you talking about fucking ancient-ass Redskins teams when y'all was wearing leather straps.
Just know, we finna raise hell for real.
We'll see.
It's about to be very dangerous.
The Eagles do what the Eagles do. They went into this draft needing DBs, and they get the best 2 DBs in the fucking draft.
I hate it.
Howie Rose.
Malik Neighbors going to the Giants. Fuck. I would never forget when they got Odell Beckham. I would never forget that. And then the nigga went and made the best catch ever, was cooking us for years. I hate when the Giants or Eagles or somebody go and get that dude. Jalen Hurts to the Eagles. We said, oh, fuck. I remember Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott changed the Cowboys overnight. Changed them.
Yep.
Hey, look, I do want to ask you about this. Speaking of NFL draft, everybody was talking about the Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix Jr. pickup.
Doesn't
what was
make
your
any
thoughts on
fucking
that?
sense. I feel like you could have taken that pick and got one of those elite receivers, or add a.
They needed defense. This is what they needed. They needed somebody.
They need defense.
They got them weapons
like,
last year.
They got weapons for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna pay Kirk Cousins all this money, why go and get Michael Penix Jr.? It just didn't make sense. And honestly, I wanted Michael Penix Jr.
I'm about to say, I low-key wanted him to go to the
I
Broncos so
wanted
bad.
him. It was either us or the Raiders that was planning on getting him.
Yeah.
And
Who did the Raiders get?
I forget.
Somebody?
They got
They
got
get
a
a
quarterback.
QB?
I think they might have got JJ McCarthy went to the Vikings. I forget who the Raiders drafted.
I like J.J. McCarthy at the Vikings.
But it just didn't make sense.
Who got Drake May? Oh, the Patriots.
Patriots got Drake May. The Raiders ended up taking Brock Bowers, that beast-ass tight end. They needed him. Losing Waller was actually like a bigger deal for them.
I think the offensive tackle for Penn State. Oh, he went to the Titans.
No, who coaches?
Fashanu?
Who does what's the name coach?
Who?
The Harbaugh brother. He just came up and he's coaching the Chargers. The Chargers just took a O-lineman too. I mean, that was...
In my opinion about the Kirk Cousins joint, I kind of feel like I agree with what it's not Swagoo, it's not Ryan Clark, it's not even Perk. Who was talking to Stephen A? They said, I agree with you, but I forget his name. But he was talking about how we watched Kirk Cousins in the middle of a quarterback drama when we got RG and Kirk Cousins in the same draft class that year. And it's like, it's so funny to see Kirk Cousins on the other side of it kind of now. But like, soon as Cousins go out there and have 2 bad games, they're going to be calling for that young boy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is what you don't necessarily need as a starting QB. You don't need the young guy. Have y'all seen Any Given Sunday? Like, the worst thing you can do to a veteran quarterback, I feel like, is put that young guy lurking behind him. This nigga's more athletic than you at practice. He's making crazy plays at practice.
I don't think they did. I think they just showed that they don't really... It really, just to me, shows that maybe y'all don't trust Kirk.
That's what they were saying.
They don't know if he's going to be all right off their leg, even though they paid him all that money.
That's what Stephen A was saying. I don't like how Stephen A and these media people will say, one thing we know Kirk can do is he can go get a bag. Because as a Washington fan, we put Kirk Cousins on fucking 3 fucking franchise tags that were ridiculous because of our fuckboy owner. And now we just turned this nigga into like this master money man. Nah, we just laced the nigga low key.
Y'all wasn't the only one to pay him. Minnesota paid him.
But think about it.
And now Atlanta paid him.
Minnesota paid him because we put him on all of that money. And now it was either you could pay me this to stay here or pay me this to go. When they paid him fucking $88 million to go to Minnesota that first year. I would say he earned his money after that though. But
he had a great year last year.
We lined Kirk Cousins up legit. We should not have put him on that many fucking tags.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move past NFL because you got the ladies checking out of this.
Let's see.
What's y'all slogan real quick before we move on? Our new one is Raise Hell.
We had Let's Ride. We don't have one. We barely have a fucking quarterback. We don't even know who's going to be playing quarterback for real.
Yeah, no bullshit. There was a tweet going around about Sexy Red and Kaylani, right?
Uh-huh.
If you don't know who they are, they're musicians, but of course women musicians, but they have a bunch of tattoos, both of them. And they was talking about, the tweet was like, y'all love Kaylani's tattoos, but y'all look at Sexy Red's tattoos and look at her as like dirty or trashy. And believe it or not, if you've been outside, Kaylani did not get love always for her tattoos. Like,
I didn't even know Sexy Red had tattoos.
Or just think about, she got tats. But I think that to me is an interesting conversation because I do think the world looks at tattoos in 2 different ways. I think with women, I don't know what it is about women and tattoos, especially if you get like chest tattoos or you get full sleeves. It looks like, I feel like to the world, this is not me speaking about me. I feel like the world will look at it like trashy, insecure, and peak that one. Only reason why I say insecure is because it looks like you might be covering something up. You wasn't confident in your natural look, so you covered yourself with a bunch of ink. I think there's a certain big portion of the world that I think frowns on women getting tattoos.
There might be some, yeah.
And I think it's definitely not the same, but I think a big portion of the world frowns on that. And I was thinking on the opposite end, I think on the other end with men, I think it's the complete opposite. I think as a man, if you have tattoos, it's almost visually almost like it looks like a plus to the women or to just to people, period.
For sure.
It looks like a strength. They know where it goes. You got to go through to get all those tattoos. And look, I think when you don't have tattoos as a man, I feel like you could be plugged with the insecure thing too. Because it'll look like you're scared. It'll look like you don't know what to do. You're not creative. You got a certain something that keeps you from it. But I think that's a funny comparison between those two. How we look at the men with a bunch of tattoos as like a plus, and a woman with a bunch of tattoos is looked at in a negative light. I think that is definitely something worth mentioning. And do you think that what did I put right here? I put a question right here that I was going to ask you. Oh, what do you think about the perception of women with tattoos versus men?
I definitely see what you're saying about the difference, especially when it comes to women that get a bunch of tats versus men.
Yeah.
I think it really comes down to preference.
Would you talk to a woman with tattoos?
Yeah, I've talked to girls that had a bunch of tattoos. I've done it before. I do think, like, with the Sexy Red Kehlani thing, I think there's some differences there. Like, I think Kehlani's art is better, so her tattoos are better well received. Yeah. I know you can change that. But I also think there's a little layer of colorism that could be there.
There's definitely colorism with the Kehlani.
With Kehlani and Sexy Red. So far as women being able to, men getting a bunch of tattoos versus men, I think it all goes down to how tattoos are received. Like, women seem to like men that have a lot of tattoos, or it seems to be something that is like. Men we never really specified. Like, if a nigga says, I want a girl that's covered in tats, he's a very unique nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we don't really give a fuck. You just gotta look good. Like, it can't look trashy.
Yeah, I feel like with
that's
women,
just how we look at tats, though.
And look, and it's like this. I think as men, we like to see women with specific tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you get a little ankle tat. You get the tat down the spine. You know what I'm saying? I think men value certain tattoos in certain places that can make a woman more attractive. Like a hand tattoo on a woman is fire. You know? I want A-Train to get a hand tattoo.
Sometimes.
But look, like you said,
the red ink joints.
A neck tattoo on a girl is fire. You know what I'm saying? But I think that is how men look at tattoos. We're not saying she need to have this whole side.
She need to be covered in, yeah.
And I think the opposite is, I think women like if you just have one tattoo as a man, I feel like women look at you like a weird person, like a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you just have the one panther here? You didn't want to finish it? Fuck you.
Nah, you know what? I honestly be feeling like that too. Sometimes I wish I didn't get tattoos because I haven't finished, and now you just look like an unfinished project. You look like that page.
You need to get this joint finished, Terrell.
I know. It's been way too long.
Terrell got a whole... You low key if they didn't...
That's why you just feel... And this is stuff like this tattoo, this joint, it all feels like
this nigga Terrell got a full chest tat. He got a full chest tat. That's crazy.
It's not. It's not because it's not done. Or at least I don't feel like... I feel like, damn, I need to finish.
When Terrell gets in the gym and he get his chest beefy and you can see his stomach with nothing on it, but he got the tats here, that is a shirt you cannot buy, fellas. All the gym gear in the world does not make up for the tats up here, and you got the cut abs.
Oh, you think that's...
with your tats.
You like that on a guy?
I feel like that's fire.
You like that on a guy?
Terrell. What do you call that? Now, what is that?
I'm just fucking with you.
Because I'm not saying I fuck with...
There's nothing in the world that's more sexy. You sound like the nigga from Don't Be a Menace.
You see that, fellas? This is why we could never make that movie Challengers. Because y'all too homophobic to let friends even talk about shit. Do y'all know what they doing in that movie? And they supposed to be best friends?
Nah, yeah, that was wild. Bro, it was wild. It was wild.
But anyway, yes, I do think that is a very dope thing to have as a man.
JT and her song. What about that?
JT just put out her latest single, Okay. Well, I don't know if it's called Okay or Okay JT, but I think it's just called Okay. We thought this was funny. She put out a graphic that says how to support Okay, her song. Spotify streaming rules. Turn off shuffle and loop before playing. She has stream on a playlist with 2-3 filler songs. Do not loop the song and put it on repeat. Streams will get filtered. Volume can be low, but do not mute the song. Do not use a VPN. Listen for at least 30 seconds. She also has under here Apple streaming rules. I'm sorry if this is kind of annoying to hear, but if you bought the song on iTunes, remove the download for the stream to count these following steps. Select the 3 dots next to the song, remove the download, delete it from your library.
That's ridiculous.
Stream it on a playlist with other songs in between. There should be a cloud arrow next to the song when streaming. Do not loop the song. Do not mute. Listen. It's like, instead of you, JT, putting out a song that's just going to get streamed crazy, you now have to tell people exactly how to boost streams for your song. That to me right there, y'all, is we are at a all-time low for hip hop. If we're going to resort to that. You mean to tell me you're telling me do not buy your song?
No, if you bought it, delete your download.
Delete the download, and then I just feel like, imagine Beyonce and them back in the day saying, to get my album, go to Walmart, go upstairs, go to aisle 3. Yo, I'm telling you, this is bad. Just make a song that's good enough to be streamed over and over again. I feel like if you have to tell your core followers with a graphic like this, y'all,
yeah,
that looks like some fucking school shit. Like, look at that, Terrell. That looks like you had your publicist or somebody make this shit. I'm sorry, JT. Low-key, you should be embarrassed that you have to do that.
It is definitely...
Because you're going to say, fuck these broke hoes, fuck these bitches, fuck this.
Bro, they have been struggling, bro.
That is bad.
I think it all comes back to their struggle and their want so bad to chart. That's why I do respect some of these artists like Benny the Butcher and Conway and some of these people that just put their music out but don't play all of the streaming games. They just staying kind of underground with it. The City Girls launched into mainstream success early, right?
Yeah.
And they trying to get it back, but y'all really not really that right now, you know? And then this, to me, as opposed to it helping you, is just going to look like desperation.
To put that on Twitter, to me, I thought was funny. Maybe if you had your own private, you know how girls do the JT girls, where you got to subscribe to be in there, or your own Reddit or something, but that just looks super low from an artist, from a musician, from any level.
It does.
She doesn't even seem like she should have to do that. Now, we're not doing course of action first. We're going to do chance and a choice first.
Okay.
Saw edition.
Oh, God.
Right?
As soon as you think it's going to be regular.
Did you get the drop for it?
No, I don't have the fucking drop.
So sometimes in life, you get a chance, you get a choice. And what he chooses to do with his chance, that's his choice. All right, bet. Let's line it up. I need some air horns after that, Terrell, when I say it. No, you're supposed to wait till I say it. Okay, so I'm going to say it over. Oh. Anyway,
I hit it
and we're going to start it.
Didn't make a sound.
You get a chance in the choice, Terrell. And this is an easy one. Burn to death or freeze to death?
Burn me. I'm going to pass out before I actually fully die. I will be so in shock that I will pass out.
You know what?
You freeze to death, you're just literally suffering until you die. At least when you burn, you will eventually, it's going to be quick. Burn me because it's quick.
I agree. I would rather be burnt than frozen. As somebody who can't even, I don't even like standing out in the cold and having to do this. Keep my hands warm. I don't like the cold at all. I would die a much worse death to freeze to death than I would to burn. Now, I feel like the burning is literally, I don't think anybody wants to be burned.
Right.
But
that cold gonna be painful.
Like I was thinking about in Game of Thrones. There's so many ways to die in Game of Thrones. And people be like, oh, you don't want to get burned by the dragon fire. But low-key,
that's the easy way to go.
That seemed like the quickest, easiest. They burn.
Because remember, Ramsay Bolton and them would flay you alive.
Yeah, that sounds like
that's ridiculous. You don't necessarily want to get your head chopped off, but that's actually fast. That'd probably be the best way to go. Just chop the head off.
Chop your head off, and then your lights just cut out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if they don't, and you just see that the motherfucker got your head like, yeah, we did it, and you still able to see?
Terrance, I don't know if it, well, I couldn't tell you, look, that don't happen. I don't know.
All right, you get a chance and a choice. Would you jump off of a 30-floor building or jump out of a vehicle going 100 miles per hour?
I would jump out of the vehicle.
I think I'm going to jump off the building.
30 floors? We're on floor what here?
Let's tell the whole in public. We're not on any floor.
Bottom line, Terrance, we're not on 30, and look out. That I would not jump.
Terrell, so you're going to jump out of a 100 miles per hour car? That's going to be a way worse experience.
I'm going to do the roll. I'm going to do the movie roll.
No, you're going to die. So you're choosing how you want to die. So I mean,
you're
like you
splat.
said with the burn, they said when you jump that high, you pass out.
If you jump out of a 100 miles an hour car, you got a better chance of surviving than them 30 floors.
We're not talking about how to survive. We're talking about how would you rather want to.
Why? All right, well then give me the rolling out the car because I'm not dying. I'm going to be scraped to all hell. They're going to have to take skin from my ass and put it up here somewhere.
Terrell, but I'm going to survive. This is the Saw edition. Saw wasn't giving them the option to live sometimes.
If he give me the option to roll out of a 100-mile-an-hour car, you're giving me the option to live.
Terrell, you're going to die. Do you think that you're fucking Evel Knievel?
I'm going to jump out and do the movie roll.
You're going to die.
What they do?
You're going to be like Nico or Franklin or whoever on GTA. Dumb.
Wasted. My health ain't low.
There's no way you're surviving jumping out of a 100-mile-an-hour car.
You're going to be like when they jump off them fucking buildings and splat on the ground.
That's my fear. If I jump out of the building, I'm banking on the fact that they say you pass out before you hit.
Before you make impact, yeah.
So my thing is, what if you like, oh, I'm supposed to pass out.
Boom, and then you don't.
Be able to still see. You know you get close. You know you get on a roller coaster, you don't pass out.
Uh-huh.
We done been 100 feet in the air.
Exactly.
I've been on a roller coaster taller than a 30-foot building.
But Terrance, you don't pass out because you know you're strapped in.
I'm supposed to pass out. But don't? And then you feel that impact?
Yeah. You will pass out from the impact. 100%
you
won't surviving. Really stay awake to feel the pain of the fall. That boom, you won't feel.
You won't even feel it.
Malachi jumped out of a he fell out. I'm sorry, he fell out. He fell out of a window and he said he could see the ground. But
I'm sorry if this is triggering some folks.
Right. But
this is the last one. Oh,
okay.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying you won't feel the.
You get a chance and a choice: eat a poisonous meal or get stung by a poisonous animal.
Give me the animal.
I'd rather eat the poisonous meal because I feel like in all of the movies and stuff that I've seen about being given poison, remember? It's like, it's quick. Stomach ache bow. But if I get bit by something poisonous, that adds to the trauma of poison, I feel like.
But you can suck the poison out or go and get it treated.
Terrell, we're not talking about situations you can survive. You unfortunately are on Saw, and your character, Fred, he didn't make it.
This motherfucker don't know Saw. Saw gave you a chance to live. You would just either be fucked up behind it because of the game, but you still had a chance to survive. Like, he would put you in a trap and say, if you want to get out of here, you just got to cut your leg off. You can still survive. The nigga that cut his foot off, didn't he survive?
Nah, he did. Nah, both of them died.
No, Terrance, you need to go back and watch.
They both died.
First of all, the first Saw.
And then the first Saw, insane.
Is insane.
Plot twist, crazy.
Crazy.
I'm not going to give it away. But I would rather eat the poisonous meal on some, what was Shawty name in, you just watched Game of Thrones. From House
Well, Olenna?
Olenna Tyrell.
They gave her the poison. First of all, they gave her the sweet. Jamie just like hooked her up because he gave her the one that wasn't even painful. She just literally would go to sleep and never wake up.
I want that one.
He could have just used his sword, Lion's Bane, or whatever his fucking sword was called.
All right, moving on. Chance and no choice is always lit, but you know where we started. Course of action, man, we back. I wish we had like a little thing for course of action, but
if any niggas that are good at graphics, And you
Hold
can do
up,
a
Terrell, don't
joint like
do
that.
that. Because then I'm going to have a whole bunch of motherfuckers sending me shit I don't want.
Send
We
it
are
to me.
good.
Send it to me.
Send it to Terrell, but come on.
Cause what if one of them Jones is dope? We can just add that joint, drag it right into
If
the
it's
TM.
animated and I can just put it in there.
Yeah, like if it gotta be animated though. Don't send me a logo. It needs to do shit.
That's what I mean. And then you tell nigga to send you the logo. This nigga sending you Dragon Ball Z photos. He also does. Hey, I don't want your whole catalog. Sorry, because I know y'all got to grind. Course of action, Terrell, we back.
Uh-huh.
You standing in line in a restaurant waiting to order. And it's a regular restaurant. But you notice there's people here. You know, it's like a restaurant where you can sit down. Booths.
Mm-hmm.
A dude comes up to you and says, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Sounds like such pussy, whatever. But he comes up to you and says, yo, I'm not trying to bother you, but I'm on a date with this girl over here. He points to the girl. She's sitting over there. And it's our first date, and believe it or not, I'm short $50. And I just really came over here to act like I had to use the bathroom or wash my hands, but it will really help me out if you could spot me that 50. Because I really banged with this girl, and I'm really not trying to mess up this date. What's your next course of action?
You gotta prove to me you don't have that 50 before I give it to you. I will give you the $50.
He got to prove to you he don't got a 50, meaning you want him signed into his Citibank app.
Yeah. And show me the zeros.
So what
or
you
show
think?
me that $32 that you really got that you don't really want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'll help you out, but I don't trust you. I would tell you straight up, bro, I don't trust you. But I would like to give you this $50. Because honestly, if I was you in your situation, I want somebody to help. And if you really need it, you'll prove it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real quick. Show me that you need this shit, or I'm not giving you shit.
But you would give him the 50.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it a stack with y'all.
I give him the 50 because I want to see all my niggas flourish to their high purpose.
I'm not a fan of no kid, no child left behind. If the motherfucker can't read past 3rd grade level, why is he in 4th grade? I'm not giving him shit.
This nigga just said he don't believe in no child left.
I mean the program. I don't believe
Terrance,
in...
that is such a big... Go ahead.
Take your fucking L, sir. Hold up.
So if
You went on a date with a girl. Nah, even more serious. You see how we looking at it different? I'm giving you $50 out of my money so you can go over there and pay for what? A situation you weren't prepared for? Let me tell you this. In life, you're going to take L's. This one of them. I'm not escaping you from this because all I'm doing is taking care of you until your next L. That's not how you get by. I would say absolutely fucking not. I might say it loud enough to Shorty, hey, damn. He went over there, got into an altercation.
You want to turn this nigga into a supervillain.
I've taken that L before. Terrell, tell me you never went on a date with a girl and your money was low. And you couldn't get what you really wanted. Mm-hmm. Damn, I think I want to get the filet mignon with the shrimp. You get excited and you see her say, I'll have the noodle pasta and 2 drinks. And I'm thinking dessert later, but I'm keeping the dessert menu. You say, let me get the chicken tender joint. Not really hungry.
$10.99.
As men, we all been there. Because guess what? You have to make that sacrifice. I don't know if you really short 50. And guess what? Why the fuck did you bring her here?
You right, Terrance, but of course the nigga thought about that.
And the nigga walked up to me, asked me to spot him 50?
Okay, but what if the nigga left his card at home or some shit like that?
If you left your card at home, we
went to the movies the other night. Guess what I did? Left my wallet. Thankfully, Gigi had her clutch. I said, oh, it's a you pay night.
That's the best feeling ever when you just forget your card. Fella, you got your driver's license. You got everything you need, your Costco card, keys. Damn, I got the wallet.
G got my card on.
But I don't have the card. Oops, sorry.
G got my card on. She got my card on Apple Pay. All she got to do is double click and I'm still paying. Oh, that's fine.
Fellas, when your girl when you forget your wallet, when your girl try to play we good, I got you. You need to take full advantage of her ass.
You know what? I think I want ribs.
You know what? Bet.
A steak.
I'm going to give her motherfucking ass some money next week anyway.
You're going to be paying.
I'm basically paying for it. Bro, I'm telling you, take full advantage. I'll have the lobster bisque with a strip scampi. And what was I thinking
with
to go?
I also get this for later.
Yeah. What was I thinking for dessert for later?
We always get dessert. That's the one thing we do now.
You gotta forget your card when you go specific places too. Like we went to the Costco. I'm like, I should have left.
I should have left mine. Get you back. Wait till you start getting them diapers, bro.
I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of the diapers. Because that's gonna be for my baby. Hey, look.
Them shit's no joke.
One more course of action, y'all. And we getting ready to wrap this up. We got movie suggestion coming up after this one. Stay tuned. Stay locked.
Christ.
Your son is on a basketball team, and he continues to miss easy layups.
Uh-huh.
The coach says, every time number 9 misses a layup, we're going to run. Okay. And your son continues to miss layups, causing the team to run continuously. And the coach says, you know what, number 9? We'll run all night as long as you keep missing. And your son is not crying, but
has my son shown that he's proficient and he's just having a fucked up day? Or is he really just ass and they're just literally humiliating him by forcing him to continue to be ass?
I said, do you step in or let this moment build his character? Whether he's good or not.
You see, okay, so this might be my problem with little league coaches and how boys are treated. Because we feel like embarrassment is building character when it really is not. It's literally just embarrassing the shit out of them to the point that they will never forget this moment for the rest of their life. You got cut from the basketball team. You're a 30-year-old man almost. You remember every moment of that embarrassment because of how you were cut, right? So what character did you build, coach? This is my thing. If my son has shown that he's proficient, look, if my son has shown that he's proficient in making layups and you just really being ass right now, then cool. You know what I'm saying? And I would pull my son to the side and say, hey, focus. And I would hope that the coach would reinstill that we're going to keep running as long as you ditch fundamentals. You don't want to do it the right way, so we're going to keep running. That is fine because if my son focuses on fundamentals, you know how to make a fucking layup. Do it.
Yeah.
And if you're doing this wrong, you need to be doing this. That's fine. That's completely fine. That's coaching. But it gets to another level when you just trying to embarrass, not even just my kid, but any kid. I'm different when it comes to shit like that. Niggas are not going to like it. The nigga that was making his son play tackle football on concrete and his son was crying and he was like, what the fuck you crying for? Fuck is this? That was fucking terrible parenting is what it was. You're building resentment. You're going to make him hate the fucking sport. That's just point blank. And guess what? Traditional parents, I'm just pointing to you just because. But people that like to say that beatings and a bunch of shit be building character, when you argue with them as a nigga like me, they don't stand a chance. You can't argue with a nigga like me because I have too many facts.
I'll say this.
You're arguing with I turned out fine. And guess what, nigga? You didn't. You're emotionally damaged as fuck.
I'll say this as somebody that played basketball. I've been in these positions before. It's a slippery slope. Even if my kid's not good, even if my daughter plays hoops on some Gigi Bryant shit, right? And I feel like the reason why this offense isn't working is because of your inability to make an easy layup, and the coach chooses this moment to show you how important it is to make a layup. Mm-hmm. I don't care whether she's super proficient or not. She could be a part, and that's sometimes coaching. Sometimes it was number 9 that was a part of this whole team's lesson. You know, if he's going to wrap it up and bring everybody close and say, you know, I've been the player on the line that had to run every time dude missed a free throw. We used to do that. Nobody can lead a gym until we make 7 free throws. And if we miss, we run. Yep. But they going to say, Terrell, shoot, miss, run. Mm-hmm. They going to call me. I shoot, make. They call the next dude. He miss, run.
And when y'all get to that 6 made free throw where you need to make one more, they start getting the people that they know going to miss.
Yeah. Because they want you to run more. Or they'll say,
it's the pressure.
I had a coach that we would be at 6 and he said, I thought it was 5. I thought 5.
I think that's perfect because it builds That helps them with the pressure of the game being on the line.
And that's what I was getting to.
Focusing on fundamentals.
That's what I was getting to. Like, I think you call it embarrassment now. And is it embarrassing to your teammates? Yeah. But I think it's even more important. It's embarrassing to you in front of your teammates is what I'm saying. Yes, it is an embarrassing moment because you might be having a bad game. But that shit just makes me think about, like, Tyrese Halliburton 1 for 12 three-pointers the other night. And in the very next game, you shoot 5 3-pointers and make them. Or Kobe Bryant's, like, I don't know if it's 16 air balls. I think that's way too many. But, like, 7 air balls or 6 or 7, 8 straight air balls that he shot in the playoffs that year. I think the moments when you're young and you understand how important you are to your team and how important it is to actually deliver, I think that is an important character building moment that actually I didn't get. Do you know that I never was the guy that was picked on in that way? But I realized looking back now, damn, I wish somebody was hounding me like that and let me know how important I was to the team, because I would be the guy that was just having to run back and forth. And I was thinking, thank God it wasn't me that had that pressure. Because guess what? That's a lot of pressure to deal with in front of your teammates. But when that kid gets in front of them big lights, look at how he looks versus his teammates who didn't have the pressure, who just had to run, i.e. me, i.e. the person who would freeze up in the lights.
You're right, but the situation you described with your example is way different than the one you gave me for the course of action.
Terrell, you kind of baited a whole lot of stuff. You kind of baked a whole lot of your own insecurities into it. I said, your son's on the basketball team.
No, Terrance. What you said, I 100% agree with the free throw situation where we all got to run after who don't make it. If you suck at free throws and the coach knows you suck at free throws, they keep making, that's like they put Shaq at the line and say, every time he miss, we run. This nigga's going to miss most of them. We're going to keep running.
But that's you immediately thinking about that situation. But look, you're not wrong with that.
But the first thing I asked was about proficiency. The free throw thing is a little bit different because everybody's shooting.
Terrell,
it's not
you are the one who inserted the what if it's abuse thing, and you were right in what you're saying. First of all,
when I tried out for football, when we were doing a little football joint, and niggas had to run back and forth, the fat niggas would always be last. And the coach would say, if he last again, then we gonna run again.
And what did you do?
And guess what? Niggas slowed down so that they could cross first.
Character
building.
Yeah.
That's way different than saying, if this fat motherfucker is last every time.
Terrell, right? But you keep acting like I gave you
You gave me the situation you gave me.
No, I did not.
Terrance,
you are the one that said that. I have it written down right here.
Read it.
You read it.
Your son is on a basketball team and continues to miss layups. The coach says every time number 9 misses a layup, we're going to run. Your son continues to miss layups, causing the team to run continuously.
Okay, bet. So
where am I going wrong, Terrance?
Where do you see the abuse part? Is you bringing that in, and you were right about that. Don't make it seem like, oh, you didn't say that. Nah, you came left because you so prepared for a motherfucker to be on some horrible parenting shit.
That's terrible. That's like saying your son is always last in the race. And they say, as long as your son is last, we will run. And he continues to be last.
Last is a race is one thing.
What's the lesson here?
Terrell,
it would be fine for a couple of times.
That's a race,
And we doing gassers, though? We doing gassers.
Terrell, it's not gassers. It's layup. We all
Same fucking thing. We all have to do it.
Terrell, if your son continues to miss layups, right?
Uh-huh.
And the play can't end because he missed a layup. Every time somebody miss a layup, we're running. You know it's your son. He keep missing layups. This is going to build his character. You can't be and you know what Kobe used to do?
It depends.
At Giannis practices, Kobe used to kick all the parents out because they were not you are not going to let your daughter get better because you're making excuses for her. And you sitting there telling her.
Terrance, I'm not making excuses. And I knew this was going to turn into this. That's not the case.
It's like, let the coaches talk. And that's why I think you do have to have a good coach. We'll agree there. Yes. You got to have the coach that's going to bring it back around. Because if he's just, I agree with you. If he's just making number 9 run and picking on them and embarrassing them, then at this point, you're not coaching.
That's my only point.
But my thing is,
I'm cool with everything else. But y'all gonna try to paint me as the nigga that don't want to build character when you're not building character in the example you gave me. That's just
Terrell.
The other example was
your
character
choice
building.
To talk
You
about
wrote
that
it.
angle.
I'm going off what you wrote.
You could have said if my son has a good coach. You immediately started getting on the bad coaching. See, this is my problem with these coaches. I said, oh shit. The
Because
nigga
I see that a lot.
off.
I see that a lot.
You do see that a lot.
I see a lot of coaches that feel like they building character. It's the same people that feel like they beating their kid ass and it's teaching them to be a better human. You're not.
Nah, you're not.
You are not.
Movie suggestion of the week. Terrell, you got one or you want me to go first?
Mine was going to be Challengers. I didn't know if yours was going to be that. So I guess I'll go first since mine is the one we were basically talking about. But I got two of them, actually. Kong vs. Godzilla we saw before. That joint is fucking action-packed. The most Kong Godzilla on screen that you will ever see, that's in the movie. You should go see that. And then Challengers was a really good movie, even though it was cringy as fuck. It would get high and go see it.
It's rated R, y'all.
It's rated R, but it was a good movie. I would recommend, those would be my recommendations. Get out this week, get to the movie theater, get you some Wagyu beef sliders, add the shrimp skewer.
Yeah. You know how Screen Junkies does the honest reviews? Or not honest review, or honest trailer?
Honest trailer.
I think the name of Challengers they would call it would be Angry Zendaya. Yeah. Because she's just saying fuck off the whole time, basically.
Uh-huh.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
And it's not believable. I struggle with Zendaya, man.
Like I said, I feel like Zendaya's character is hard to...
She sometimes can come off like a young girl. Like, you don't give me a woman vibe. I don't know if that's because we was with her in Disney Channel or whatever, but I didn't feel the same way about...
I think the only reason why you feel like that is because she was a young girl in Euphoria, and this looks like Rue from Euphoria, still mad about the suitcase and jewel situation. She just married a soccer player, and she has a nice wig, nice clothes.
Nah, yeah.
That's why I do want to challenge Zendaya to be in something a little bit more character-driven. Like,
yes.
She's the girl that has to keep up with this. She got a group of friends.
I would like to see her take on like a different accent or something that's different from your that bullshit that she do every
Zendaya
role.
in a short series that was like Insecure, where instead of us watching Zendaya just be mad in the middle of two white men, we got to actually see her juggle the love life. It would be dope to see her as a adult human.
More, yeah.
She
Malcolm
has
and
more of a moral
Marie
compass.
was Sam Levinson's writing, so it wasn't the best film, but roles like that.
Yeah, I want her to do a more character role instead of a more like, she's such a pieced actor in everything she's in. Like, you're going to be a drug addict in this. In this, you're an angry ass wife. You know what I'm saying? With zero anything. Now, she kills Euphoria. You a hater.
She did great in Challengers, to be honest. It just...
See, on one hand, he'll say she did great. See, you used to be a Crip, now you're a Blood. So I don't want no smoke with you because you got Bloods and Crips on your team.
I just think she need to do something that's a little bit more daunting. But she did really good in Challengers. Y'all go see and let me know what y'all thought. And if you did see Challengers, put your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you thought about it.
100%. Challengers was going to be my movie suggestion of the week. For the theaters, I also challenge y'all to go see Civil War. That's the next joint I want to see in the theaters. It's a movie called Civil War. They say that joint is insane.
For real.
Yeah, but I haven't seen trailer, nothing.
Do you know what they had an 8:30 show for that?
Oh, we could have went to that.
We could have went to that instead of the 9.
I'm glad we saw the movie of the week.
Yeah.
Sure. The other movie that's gonna be my movie suggestion of the week is gonna be the one I mentioned earlier. It's called Tampopo. It's on HBO Max. Watch that movie, and I swear to God, you will order the fastest bowl of ramen you will ever order. I swear to God, that shit will make you want to go sit down for some ramen.
Ordering, y'all, yes, you and A-Train, that's y'all thing. Ordering noodles.
Terrell, you will be surprised how many people love ramen. You weird motherfucker. What you want? Soul food? Oh, let me get the chicken and waffle. Fuck out of here, boy. It's 9 o'clock.
What you be getting?
Niggas eating chicken and waffle at 9 o'clock, and then I get the chicken strips, and then after I had a pizza, and look at his stomach bubbling before he could even do this joint. Maybe you need some ramen.
What's the joint you be getting? Say your order.
Spicy miso.
Spicy miso with what? Extra bok choy. This motherfucker.
Man, me and A-Train will fuck it up.
These motherfuckers are
fuck it
eating
up.
ramen, some regular ass chicken.
Tell me an A-Train that it's at 2 a.m. and watch us laugh in your face. We won't be there. Watch us turn around and then you say, but we'll have ramen and bok choy. We'll be pulling up at 1:39 a.m. There they go, taking the bok choy in right there.
I would get that joint if I was sick. If I was sick and needed a soup, I would do that.
Fun fact, one of the first meals that me and A-Train ever ate together, and our little love story, the first meal we ever ate was at this ramen place called Micha in Connecticut. Shout out to anybody who's in Connecticut.
That's me. Literally, I just went there. This is crazy. I was just listening to the
best
podcast.
ramen that I've ever had. I remember I'm on a first date with A-Train, so I'm feeling like, fuck it, I just got to get something that I'm gonna like.
Mm-hmm. He was nervous, but on the surface, he looked calm and ready.
Yes. Either way, I had only had top ramen, and what's it called? Masherin? What's the name of the joint with the M?
Moroccan or something like that.
Something, whatever. We've been saying
Oodles and noodles.
Oodles and noodles. That's all I had. Cup of noodles.
Uh-huh.
So when she bought this big ass bowl of ramen, I said, damn. Ever since then, I've been hooked. That's me and A-Train swing right there. But look, not an every night thing. But watch the movie Tampopo on HBO Max. It came out in 1985.
And y'all, you will want to order some noodles.
You will literally want to eat or cook. I'm telling you. You've never seen a movie with food in it like this.
Well,
I challenge you to watch it.
I watch it. I need shit to watch in the morning with crew. When I get up, we getting ready to watch that jail joint on Netflix. You seen that? Where the warden basically took away the rules and shit?
A-Train seen that. She said it was good.
You watched it? Oh, I'm about to watch that joint. Because, I love the, what's the joint where they put the people undercover?
Undercover cellmate or some shit. Is that the joint where they in jail? Right? I know what you're talking about, yeah.
They be like, yeah, I need to get out of here. Guard. They never come back. Locked up.
All I'm going to say the last thing about that movie literally starts with him talking about, he was like, our movie's about to start. What are you eating? I want you to watch that movie because of the way that it's told. It will be very nice to see. It will be very nice to see a movie that starts.
I've been trying to get G to watch Old Boy for weeks. She won't watch it.
And the fact that it starts with him in a theater eating this full course meal, and he's like, I hate when people eat stuff like popcorn and chips in a theater. And he talks about how you should be eating real food. For a nigga to go to Cine Bistro, I felt like you need to check that out. You look like you work at the Cine Bistro, boy. All black with a clipboard walking up.
I look like I belong, boy. You look like you work at
y'all. What can I do for y'all?
You look like you work at our house. You look like you.
Who the fuck is this nigga?
What's that joint that sell the nice couches?
We want the Wagyu beef skewers. You're the only one working? You can tell. He not fucking with you. Oh, just you.
All right.
Are we getting again?
You know what I don't like about Cine Bistro though?
What?
If you wanted to get the vanilla milkshake or whatever, they don't serve during your movie. That's the one thing about Cinépolis.
Oh, they only bring it from the beginning?
In Gaithersburg that I used to love. Cinépolis, you wanted to get dinner, you hit your little button right here, the waiter comes to your seat. And then when you want ready for dessert, or you think maybe I want gummy bears, add it to my tab, you can just hit your button and they will come. Same with you
gotta get your card at the end of the night type shit?
At the end, they bring you the waiter book to everybody's table with a pen, and you check out just like you would in a restaurant.
When the credits are going.
When the movie about to be over.
Oh, so
when the runtime, when the movie about to be over, they come around and give everybody their joint.
So right when Iron Man and Endgame is like this, you got a motherfucker saying the shrimp skewers and ragu.
Yeah.
Watch out, hold up.
But Cine Bistro, they don't serve during the movie. So guess what? If you ordered the salmon and the milkshake for dessert and a Coke, they're going to bring Coke, salmon, milkshake.
That's how to do it.
And now you got to hurry up and eat to get to the milkshake.
Strip skewer.
Anybody, if you want to know the theater that I go to, or if you like, damn, I wonder what theater they talking about, I did a vlog. And I think I put that in the vlog, didn't I? When we went to Cine Bistro?
You went to Warehouse Cinemas.
No, we went to Cine. We went to Cine Bistro in Tyson's. Go like one of my vlogs is the one that I did. It was early. Before this nigga got a great camera.
He keeps all acting like his vlogs wasn't great before then.
It was one of my...
That motherfucker did... I didn't like how he did that. If you're going to have a server for a movie, you should know the seat you're going to. He came and said, beef skewer. Why are you asking? Move. Beef skewer of chicken bowl and chicken bowl. You should know this. Anyway, that's going to be it for episode 199. I hope y'all enjoy. Hey, look, 2 nines on this. This means something's happening in your life. This means when you know how I say every ninth, I say, wow, and Terrell, we're recording this on April 29, April 29. And we just recorded episode 199. 129. It's April 29th, and we're recording episode 199. 2 nines.
And your last episode was...
I want everybody to put in a parlay.
Your last episode was 198, where you announced you was having your daughter in the 9th month of the year. And that was episode 198. And 1 plus 9 plus 8 is 18, which is 2 nines.
1 plus 9 plus 8 is
18.
God. Hold on, wait. That means it's 19 times. Is that 19 times 19?
18, Terrance.
No, wait. They literally make me watch a fucking ad before using my calculator.
That's because they don't put calculators naturally on iPads no more, boy. You downloaded that joint. They getting your money. 198. What? What did you divide?
99 times 99 was last week, 198. And now it's April 29. That means the 9 was showing like shit last week. And now it's 199. Y'all, this is an era.
Get to the drop.
Do you know today also is the last day, or is it? Am I tripping? Boo, did it end where the days all run behind each other? Today's the very last day of that.
What?
Where the date is backwards.
So from 24.
Yeah. So
it was 120. What? 4?
It's 04, 29, 2024.
And before.
And if you flip it, it's the same backwards.
4. Terrance, this is too much.
I think it ended a little bit ago.
I think this is too much.
Either way, Terrell, this is an era right here. Everybody put your parlays in. Look around, man. You listen to this. You saw the title. You need to look around.
Next time.